Okay, I've actually slept. I'm awake. I don't think I missed anything terribly important on day 3 or day 2. So now for day 3. Is he probably gonna mute that?
Attention, enter.
Ah yes, the Jill Valentine candy game.
When designing character of Jan, we really wanted to create the everyman
Fuck
type
you,
of
Path
character.
Exile.
We
Stop
felt
disconnecting.
this way it would be
Piece
more
of shit.
easy for people to relate to him, understand his
It's
backstory,
not me because
and
because
the choices that
the
he has
stream,
made in the
like,
past,
both my
and the
stream
choices that
connection and the
shaped
Twitch
him.
stream I'm watching
Was
is
this
fine, so
path
it's
just
on
a
fucking
random sequence of events?
It was crucial for
On
Jan's
PoE's
past
end.
to have these
More like
points
POS.
of regrets.
Fuck.
Because from these points, we can branch into drastically different scenarios of how his life could turn out only if he had made some different choices. We needed to build a variety of Jans, not only for gameplay reasons, but also to create a compelling story of Jan and truly dive into the topic of what if question. And different alters, they have very different skill set that strongly affects your strategy in the game. You can't create all possible alters in a single playthrough, so the decision on who you bring on board will affect the way you handle the base and how you handle your objectives. But having various sets of very different characters with different personalities, that will strongly affect our story, and it will generate very different dynamics between Jans. When it comes to how many alters we can create, when you look at the cover of the game, there's 11 characters, and I think it gives a good sense of magnitude, but we have some surprises up our sleeves about that, so I don't want to spoil the fun, and I think I will leave it at that. We decided to start with the technician because in many ways he is a polar opposite to the main Jan. And he is more competent in some things, while at the same time he can be quite flawed in the others. But what's interesting about him is he keeps challenging our Jan. That's why he's so useful at a very early stage of the game when we are onboarding the player with the whole idea of engaging in the relationship with your alters. Jan and the technician, they branched out quite early in their life paths. Technician, he stayed with his family, he stood up to their abusive father, and these are things that the main Jan, he didn't do, and they are one of his strongest regrets. That's why they serve so well as the main axis of his story.
And potentially my antagonist. Modern writing, you can call it as it
From
comes.
the point of their lives can go into very different directions. It's like this butterfly effect, where changing one little decision can affect your entire life and in the end make you a different person. And those differences in personalities are crucial to understand if we want to manage our crew effectively. Different Yans can react to our decisions in different ways. For example, one of them can expect
Better
us
to
to
be
be
different Yans than different
mission-oriented and
Yicks.
focused on efficiency, while the other might require us to be more of an empathetic leader. And pleasing everyone won't be easy, if not impossible. The alters have their emotional state that affects how they work, how they behave, and if it's not managed well, it can lead to some drastic results, including rebelling against us. We can influence their emotions by our economical or strategic decisions, but also through interactions.
I'll increase morale, but with the
I'm
back of my
serious.
hand.
You stood up to Dad. I didn't. Oh, really? And what did you do? Just stand and watch him take it out on Mom?
The big part of the game are dialogues. And actually, every dialogue choice in the game, it affects the emotional state of our alters. So we need to be really careful when talking to them. Understanding their personalities, who they are, where they are coming from, it is crucial because different approaches can work better with different alters.
In that case, why don't you just kick back and take some time to get used to your new... Okay.
The more Yans we create, the more different dynamics between them are generated. And that can, of course, lead to fights, arguments. We have a chance to intervene or pick one of the sides. For example, alters can argue about the quality of food in the base. One can think we should invest in a better quality food, while the other thinks that this is a waste of precious resources. So every time we make a promise, we need to make sure we can fulfill it. Otherwise, there will be consequences. The relationship between Yans is always about what we have in common, but also what makes us different. And that can lead to both emerging conflicts, but also it can help us in resolving them. So no matter how far different Yans are from each other on the branches of the tree of life,
So
there's
many
always
Yans.
something we share, there's always something we have in common. It just sometimes it will require us to do a little bit more digging in order to find this common ground.
Get one thing straight.
Ooh, I think it actually might be
what
my
you
connection.
created me for.
With Yans, you can expect the unexpected. Like, we put a lot of effort to create these multi-layered characters that
Odyssey's
you
back
will
in the green.
uncover piece by piece. And
Kick
at first,
looks
when you learn
fine.
the life path of one of the Yans, you feel like you understand that character just by knowing
Probably
what he
monitor
went
this a bit
through.
better.
But then you go deeper and deeper, and you are uncovering different surprises in not just his outlook of things, but also how he behaves, how he interacts with us, how he interacts with other alters. I do have my favorite alter, although it's a bit like picking your favorite child, but it's the scientist.
That doesn't sound super simple to me. Don't you worry your pretty head about it. Remember, you have me on board.
Between alters, there is this topic of what is going to happen to us. Like,
Sleep didn't
what
want
is
me
our
to stream
future?
yesterday. Maybe
Do
my
we even
internet
have a
connection doesn't want
future?
me to stream today.
And the closer we get to actually going back home, this question will be raising more and more tension inside the base. And different alters, they are different people, so they have different outlook on this topic. That will be putting more and more pressure on us as a captain on how are we going to handle this. Something we knew very early on in the development was that we don't want to allow to create multiple versions of the same alter. First of all,
Come on, internet tubes. I believe in you.
cloning was never really a topic of the game for us, and we felt like multiplication of the same character is extremely interesting topic on its own. It's just not something we wanted to talk about here. We didn't want for the players to treat alters like units in the game or mindless NPCs. We wanted to treat them as real people. So we felt that increasing the number of them might in the end reduce their significance as individuals. think the biggest surprises their backstories and storylines, the situations they can generate.
Oh, yes.
So we really can't wait for the players to start unraveling it all and also start making their own decisions about the shape of their crew, who they're gonna bring on board, in what order, and ultimately what decisions are they going to make about the altars, but also about the fate of the main Yan.
The biggest video game convention on Earth is back, and IGN will be there to cover every second.
Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom.
The coolest new games.
Tons of world premieres. It's awesome to be here at Gamescom.
The hackers are hacking the world. No internet connection safe.
Empire of the Ants is really effective at making you feel like a very tiny being within a much larger world. As a new strategy adventure game set in the insect kingdom, you command an army of ants to explore, expand, and extract resources in a large, near photorealistic world that looks like it could be in someone's backyard. We got an early preview of the upcoming strategy adventure game starring tons and tons of ants, and saw how exploring a seemingly mundane world looks far grander and more treacherous from the perspective of a lone ant. Empire of the Ants is based on the novels by Bernard Ant Colony Nestled in the Woods, all while trying to understand what's going on in the world above the ground level of insect kind. As this ant protagonist, you'll eventually become one of the colony's most valuable assets, given their ease of mobility when exploring the vast landscape of wilderness and their budding skills as a commander of the colony's Legion of Ants. As you help the Ant Queen expand the population, you'll encounter rival colonies looking to take what's yours.
Or the hive.
Interestingly, this is the second outing for Empire of the Ants in video game form, with the original 2000 game taking more of a grand strategy approach. This new
As much
attempt
as I
from
hate
developer Tower
communism
5
and
mixes a narrative
communists, I
adventure
have
game
a
with
soft
ground-level
spot for
strategy
you
action,
social
where you command an
insects.
army to collect resources and lay siege to opposing factions.
Probably why Slivers are my favorite
In our
Magic the
preview,
Gathering
we get to
creature
dive
type.
into the early missions of the story campaign, which saw
Ants too, starring Woody Allen.
the protagonist explore the surrounding areas around their colony. While playing as an ant in a video game on paper sounds rather dull, Empire of the Ants excitingly
You know what
presents
we
this
need?
conceit
We
by
need
really
an
leaning
Ants
into the scope of the
B-movie
world. When
crossover.
not commanding other insects, you can freely explore the colony's surrounding area and even chat with fellow ants who are named by their birth numbers. The quirky banter even feels surprisingly human. Playing the ant, you're given a wide berth in exploration, which is helped by a control scheme that allows the ant to do nearly anything in the game. From the ant's perspective, the woodland area looks almost alien, with the massive trees and plant life towering over everything, and abandoned junk items like a beaten-up soccer ball appearing like otherworldly artifacts. This focus on the ant perspective is really engaging and gives it something of a Watership Down-like surrealist perspective for the strategy element when that comes in.
Internet connection.
When the need
I believe
arises,
in you.
you'll be able to lead your own Legion of Ants too. Similar to a console-style RTS, the strategy segments in Empire of the Ants puts you at ground level. You remain with the ants as you lead them to different areas to procure resources and take out rivals. With different unit types such as warriors, gunners, and worker ants, you'll need to balance your unit and positioning to face these challenges effectively. At one point, we were able to move some gunner units from a ranged
The wise
position
of
and
Alan
then
and
let the
Seinfeld
close
would be to
ranged
come
warrior
by an age
units
of
get
30.
first into the
Bold of
action.
you to
It was
assume they would be
interesting
30.
seeing the different swarms
I say
of
like
ants
mid-20s.
converge. Seeing the detail in motion gives it something that has echoes of a National Geographic documentary, but with some quirky video game gimmicks thrown in. Empire of the Ants impressed us with its focus on exploring a strange, small world and the ant community that resides in it. It also gave us the experience of commanding an army of ants to attack opposing forces, which was a lot of fun to see in action. This blend of adventure and strategy elements is really intriguing to see in motion, and we came away thinking that the world feels a whole lot stranger from the ants' point of view, and that it has the makings of a game that can show off a different kind of adventure to dive into. For more on the latest upcoming games, check out our recent preview of Bitcraft, and of course, for everything else in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Katie. Sim was peak. It was the halcyon days of good games.
Once bitten, twice shy. What goes around comes back around, multiplied by 25. It's written in the sky. No drama, llama, bad karma won't pass you by.
Thank me internet connection and saved me from the song.
So easy does it now go? Look up to the stars, remember when we were chasing cars and breaking burns. Everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Way back when. Nothing but blue skies. Nothing but blue skies. Consider what you've done. Did you mean to hurt yourself or anyone?
Asian lady, office lady simulator. Who fucking knows?
Easy does it now go?
I think it's like one person Sims, like one person The Sims, where you follow your one character as opposed to having your legion.
Good times, nothing but blue skies. Way back when. To the stars, remember how we were stealing cars, but still somehow everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Way back when. Everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Look up to the stars, remember when we were chasing cars and breaking burns. Everything was sunshine, good times.
Real life filtered in the reality of medication adverts.
Remember how we were stealing cars, but still somehow everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Way back when. Nothing but blue skies. Nothing but blue skies. Once bitten, twice shy. What goes around comes back around, multiplied by 25. It's written
Not gonna lie, I'd pirate
in the
this.
sky.
My opinion of you as a man has gone down by like 5 points.
Pass you by.
That'll be nice.
How
3.
hard to
Gone down by
try.
3 points.
So easy does it now go? Look up to the stars, remember when we were chasing cars and breaking burns. Everything was sunshine, good times, nothing but blue skies. Way back when.
The only thing I can think of is this is a like a Sims game, but where you can like focus in on your like one character. Because it looks like you have like city scale, house scale, but you can go all the way down to a person scale.
Consider what you've done.
I don't know.
Did you mean to hurt yourself or anyone? Under the
Grand Theft Auto meets cross with The Sims. Yeah, GTA cross with The Sims. That's what this is. They even have Simlish. Singlish. Kitty. Enjoy. I know, it has a kitty. Fine internet connection. We have 6 more minutes until the stream proper. Yeah, the award show is like the last day, if I remember right. Crapcom presents.
Over there!
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that glove! I will draw its iron! Cover me!
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready! If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them! As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Grams is talking about Monster Hunter Retract because Makumar is my spare V. You should shut up and play video. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like I see that the IGN channel has the game awards and stuff, but I honestly don't give a shit. I'm just waiting for the main Gamescom stream in 3 minutes. If the Gamescom stream wants to show off the awards, fine. If it is going to do something else other than the awards, I don't care. I really don't care at this point. I just have 0 fucks left to give. Because my connection is fucking dropping to shit and I can't play fucking Path of Exile because it boosts me out my instance. Fucking piece of shit.
game convention on Earth is back, and IGN will be there to cover every second.
Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom.
Coolest new games,
Tons of world premieres. It's awesome to be here at Gamescom.
Gamescom 2024.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind. Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
The Egyptians and the
Good
Atlanteans.
elaborate rooms for autoerotic asphyxiation.
We created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath. Command beastly chaos.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury. Worship me. Claim my power.
The games look like shit, probably. Yeah.
Rise.
It's like knife. Okay. Okay, that's pretty harsh.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Fuck off with the Game Pass shit. I don't care. Alright, you got 40 odd seconds for another Monster Hunter commercial. Oh no, wait, that's not Monster Hunter. Yeah, this game. I forgot.
What's up, everybody? Ben Watts here at the Xbox booth at Gamescom 2024 in Cologne, Germany, checking out the new collaboration between Luca 3 and Jordan Brand in Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5.
Oh my god, I don't care.
This partnership is about bringing together the
The
worlds
fuck?
of basketball, sneakers, and motorsport. It's about Luca.
It's like, hooray, my video games and Jordans. I don't give a fuck.
The star of the show is
What
a
the fuck?
1969 Chevrolet Camaro.
Fuck off.
inspired by the
Oh
upcoming-
my god.
How cool is that? Now, the
Internet
exclusive
connection
collaboration
dying,
is
save me.
dropping in-game early September, so you want to keep an eye out for those
Save me
details
from
coming soon.
product
So you might be
placements
thinking,
and
why
commercials.
Gamescom? Well, we're better to celebrate this collaboration than in front of a massive crowd of diverse gamers and industry
The
pros.
Jordans is for the
Perfect
blacks.
place to celebrate a
And he's
crossover
one
with
joining for.
sneakerheads,
That's fine.
basketball fans, and the gaming
Ever getting a new
community. As
Burnout
for why
game?
Luca,
Nah.
He's a natural fit. He's not just a basketball star.
The
He's an
accident
active
was
gamer
4
who
years
loves
ago.
cars.
It wasn't your
Plus,
fault.
the Jordan Luca 3 signature sneaker has this whole shifting gears vibe that is perfect for Forza's high-octane action. You can check out the brand new Jordan Brand collaboration in Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5 this September. If you're lucky enough to be on the show floor, come and check out this custom console and controller here at the Xbox booth. And for everything else Gamescom, keep it locked
Internet,
to
you
IGN.
can kill the stream for all I care. Stop killing my fucking game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our final day of coverage for Gamescom. In just a little bit, we're going to have the Gamescom Awards, recognizing all the best games of the show. But first, something very exciting. What you see in
Okay,
there right
so
now
the-
is Digital Foundry.
Okay, so this
getting
channel
mic'd
is
up
going to
in
have the Gamescom
studio.
award. The
They're gonna
other
be
thing was
discussing
just a
some of their
countdown,
favorite
I
games
guess.
of the show. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to hand you over to them right now. Enjoy the show.
Well, thanks for the introduction there, Damon. And here we are, Digital Foundry Gamescom 2024. I'm Richard Ledbetter, joined by good friend and colleague John Linneman.
That's right, we're here live. It's just us today, though.
Absolutely, yeah. But we're going to be talking about our top 3 games of Gamescom 2024. The games we've seen. Obviously, this place is so huge that we haven't been able to see everything, but this is the stuff that's caught our attention. 3 games. Number 1, John, Stalker 2. We made a beeline for that one at the Xbox booth yesterday. And yeah, we had some concerns about it last year. It was shown in a very early state. This year, though, I'd say it has improved like by an order of magnitude, right?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we wanted to focus on was we actually got to see it running on the Xbox.
They should
for
check
real
the
this time.
frame rate
Right,
and
because
stuttering
they
of
said it was
Zenler stream.
PC or Xbox.
We waited to get in, and they were like, "You want to play PC or console?"
I don't know.
They actually had
The town
Series
is
X
working on the
consoles
water
hooked up,
supply, so my water
and,
goes
wow, what a
brown
difference.
with
Because like you
sediment
said,
like
last year
every
we played on PC.
hour or so.
Obviously, they've
And now
had
my internet
challenges
connection is
with
like
development.
dodgy as
Yeah.
shit.
It looked very rough.
Today,
last year.
so
This
it looks
time,
like my
it felt
ASP
like it was
is
actually a
doing
very
work.
polished game.
So no matter how
The
I
first thing
slice
that
it, I
stood out
just
to me
can't
was
win.
The image quality, actually.
It's
Yeah.
like I just
it
can't win.
looked suitably like proper 4K.
Right.
Like I'm sure it's using reconstruction. You can see.
Like
some
I
weird
actually
artifacts, but it's
yesterday I
very, very
replaced
sharp.
my
The
basement
other thing, of course, is it's
fucking
60 frames per second,
smoke /
which I think
carbon monoxide
we finally got
detector.
to confirm that. I
And
think I posted about
the
this, and it was the
wires
first
were,
time that was confirmed,
you know,
really.
there were so much
Well, here's the
wires
thing,
and
right,
a
when
little
we
nub
actually
on the
started
back
the
of
game,
it.
I went
I
straight to the
couldn't put it
graphics
back
section
into
to see
place
what
with
modes
the
there were, right? And there were no modes.
housing
There are no
unit.
modes. The
Like,
only mode is 60.
you know, like those
The only
like
mode is
metal
60, and
boxes
it's an Unreal Engine. It's
where
Unreal
you can
Engine
stuff
5,
wires in,
right?
like
It
the
is
electricians
UE5,
put
so
in.
they are using
And it was
PC.
like
They are
a
using
it's like a
Lumen.
1
It's
inch and a half
using software
box
Lumen. You
and
can
stuff.
see
So I
the,
couldn't
sort of the SDF
fucking
reflections.
fit all the wires in.
And
So
the
what I
screen
did
space
was
stuff is
I
included.
unscrewed
SDFs.
the screws
Looks
just
good,
enough so
right?
they're
The
still
lighting is
hanging,
really excellent.
but it gives
I will
me
say
enough
the frame
wiggle
rate, of
room
course,
to
still
shove
in
everything back into
development, not
place.
perfect. It's not like a
So
100%
so
log
like
60,
my
but, like,
basement
it's close enough that,
smoke detector
you
is
know,
kind of like
even if you
precariously
don't
like
have
hanging.
VR, I think you'd be pretty pleased.
Yeah, I think the thing is
Oh,
that
I'm going to
so
make a
many of the
note to
Unreal
run to the
Engine
hardware
games
store,
have
not
really
today,
pushed the
later,
limits,
and get
but they've
longer
done
screws.
so
That way they
at
can be
the
a little more
expense of
secure,
image
but I still
quality.
have
Things
the
are kind of
screws
quite
sticking out.
blurry and
Let's see.
indistinct, but
Right.
that was kind of like the first
Note.
impression when we saw the title screen and it went into the gameplay itself, where it just looked really, really clean.
Yeah, that really is the big thing is the image quality. Because you're right, every UE5 game we've seen on consoles so far, such as the recent BMW
Hardware.
Black Myth Wukong,
Longer.
it's very blurry. This was not. This was super sharp.
Screws.
Yep.
That's not to say it's perfect. I will say that there was still,
Or
you know,
base
in development,
mint.
but there's plenty of stutters, hiccups during
Yeah,
gameplay,
that's fair.
and the loading times on death were really long.
Yep.
detector.
I mean, there are issues to address.
But
there.
like, I feel like they're on the right track, and it's brave of them almost to actually show this thing running on the Xbox proper.
Well, that's
Bring
the
one
thing.
screw.
If I was a game developer with a game in development, I would choose high-end PC all the time because.
Which they did, but they had this option
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Right? So that's kind of the difference.
But the thing is, if you choose high-end PC, then obviously, if you have like performance optimizations to carry out, you know, on a more general level. you
Okay,
can just
note
power
made.
past
Get
it, you know,
longer
just bung a
screws.
4090 in there, and you're good to go. So, you know, they had like I think it was like 5 PC pods and 4 Xbox.
Gonna start my
SDK.
morning, maybe be back in bed. All right, take it
I
easy.
guess that's the clarification, right? Is they were showing it on the. But you could feel the heat coming out. They're well cooled, but I don't think they were putting any PCs under the counter. Right,
No,
no,
no.
there. It was really proper
But,
Xbox.
oh, we've seen that sort of stuff over the years.
we
haven't
have seen plenty of that.
sort of like fake consoles, console shells that have got PCs behind them, but this was absolutely authentic Xbox Series X.
It
content
really was. And as far as the game itself, so this was kind of a fairly restricted section in that you're kind of you move through some open world stuff, then you're going down into some bunkers and exploring.
Yep.
But it does have that sort of stalker atmosphere I think that people loved.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge things like AI just yet, but the encounters this year were a lot more polished and interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the gunplay last year was not good.
Right. Okay.
But this year it actually felt great. Just so I'm very curious where
Make
this
Stalker
ends up,
great
and if it ends up
again.
sort of matching expectations, because I think Stalker's kind of a beloved franchise.
Yeah.
And it's been forever since we've seen it, and we knew these guys have been through a lot.
Yeah.
Getting this thing made.
Uh-huh.
And it feels like they're finally at the finish line, and we're looking at probably one of the more impressive UE5 games yet.
I would say so. Yeah. It's kind of interesting that last year we had sort of concerns about the quality of the game and the quality of the performance. This year, it's actually much smaller things that I was thinking about. Like, I noticed you and me were both changing the sensitivity of the controls because it was like way oversensitive.
Yeah,
And
all tweakable.
yeah. So, but you know, when you think about that as a concern compared to where we were last year, I mean, this is easily fixable stuff going into the final stretch of development.
Yeah.
And I think
so-
the game was looking really, really interesting. It was like a pretty small slice of it, mind you, but you got to see the open world, you got to see the bunkers. So it was, you know, shaping up pretty well, I think.
Yeah, so I guess the only real thing is that I would have liked to have seen it running on like a slightly higher
Internet.
monitor because it was
Fuck.
in there. It wasn't really bright enough. It was just an LCD. The lights were kind of drowning out, and the whole mission was at night in the dark.
Right.
So you're relying on flashlights a lot. But still, very promising.
I know this is
Really
not
happy
going to
where
do
they're going with
anything,
it.
but that
Uh-huh.
in
Talking about
720p
this
you
for
go
various
stream.
reasons. But Indiana
That's
Jones and the
not
Great
going to fix
Circle,
anything.
I would rate this. I mean, the first trailer we saw earlier in the year, I think I still think it's probably the best debut game trailer I've seen in years.
I don't know. It looks like my kick is looking a lot healthier than fucking Odyssey, but fuck the entirety of my internet connection is
Segment given
fucking
out.
chugging today.
Right, I sat in on that.
Yep.
So yeah, that's right. So they do have it at the show, like in a theater, but before this,
Yeah, this is strictly a me thing. Fuck.
they actually sort of shared a nice video stream with us, which pretty good quality, where we actually get to see the game kind of being talk about it being played. And one of the things I actually gathered from the beginning, I'm like, this kind of reminds me of the old Starbreeze stuff, because
Right.
Machine Games does have some Starbreeze
So like
talent.
Chronicles of Riddick.
That's in their legacy, and
Yeah.
somebody referenced the Chronicles of Riddick, and they were very clear that inspirations here follow that, perhaps. Not necessarily naming it by name, but it's pretty obviously inspired by that. And it reminded me of Riddick mainly because it's not just about pure action. It's also like, you know, there's dialogue stuff. You know, there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
There's puzzles to solve. It does that thing like Riddick, where it like switches to a third-person camera every
Right,
time
yes, you're right.
you're doing specific things, and all of that looks great. And of course, it is id Tech, right? We didn't actually get to play it though, which is a shame.
Right.
But I guess the other thing tech-wise I'm excited about is that this is one that's going to have enhanced ray tracing features on PC.
Right, that's right. Yeah, that was announced. Yeah, basically full path tracing, full RT they call it. It's it's just potentially transformative in terms of detail, in terms of fidelity, and it's great to see that NVIDIA partnership to know that we're going to get those high-end features. I think that's really, really exciting.
Exactly.
But I'm just really, really excited about this game generally, because if you just think about what constitutes an Indiana Jones movie, it's made for games. You've got your set pieces, you've got your action, you've got your puzzles. You know, you think about like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Staff of Ra, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You think about all of this stuff, and it all transitions perfectly to the video game template. And I understand this is possibly the biggest and most ambitious projects that Machine Games have ever taken on.
I mean, it's funny, developers love to say this, right? But I feel like I have no reason to doubt them in this case, given their excellent track record. Machine Games has done a lot of awesome stuff, and this looks to be holding that up. So I'm very curious to play it.
Yeah.
What I'll be very curious then to see is, while I would say the full RT mode is probably going to wind up being the best way to play it.
Right.
Can't wait to see that PS5 Pro version, huh?
Yeah, well, that's the big controversy of Gamescom towards the climax of opening night live was, you know, it's going to come out on Xbox, Steam, Game Pass. Okay, we know that. And then suddenly the PlayStation 5 logo pops up. The Jeff Keighley, one more thing, which is proven to be wildly controversial. But ultimately, we've been talking about this a lot on the podcast on DF Direct, and it is basically just the direction of travel, basically, that's gaming's going through right now. The audience has got to get bigger. You've got to put it onto more more end user hardware. You've got to have more people playing the game to justify
Death to
these
console
ever-increasing
exclusivity.
budgets. So
Let's
this
fucking
doesn't surprise me.
go.
And I guess the question is, we're going to see this super high-end PC version. I mean, full RT, you can't get any more ambitious than that.
No.
So, you know, id Tech, legacy of fantastic technology, legacy of pushing consoles and PC. What are they going to do with those consoles? That's the big question, right?
Yeah, especially, I mean, id Tech's very fast, but this is also an opportunity that I don't think we've seen id Tech running full RT, as they call it.
Right.
So that should be very, very cool indeed. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that one. That's definitely topping my list in terms of games to be excited about right now.
Yeah.
And I guess it's coming out at the end of this year in December, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And then sometime in early 2025 for PS5.
Wasn't it spring 25?
Spring 25.
Yeah.
The PS Funf, as they say. Yeah, the quintuple.
So, you know, base PS5, we'd expect it to be broadly comparable to the Series X. What are they going to do with the PS5 Pro? That is the question, right?
Right. I mean,
and I guess from there, you know, integrations more generally into id Tech more widely, because you know there's more id Tech games coming. We've got Doom the Dark Ages, which looks fantastic as well.
And I'm very curious to see from which id Tech this stuff is actually derived, because I assume they had to split at some point, right?
Right.
Because you're dealing with, you know, but they work together too, as they did with Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah.
When I say Wolfenstein, I'm like, where's Alex?
He should be here, but he couldn't make it.
Should be right here, but he's not.
Yep.
Oh man, it's just not the same. But yeah, so that's looking really good.
Yep.
But our next title is one of those unknown things that just kind of shows up, and apparently had been revealed a month ago.
Yes.
I had completely missed it.
But we were looking for B-roll last night on YouTube, and the trailer had 40,000 views, and it had been up for 4 weeks.
Exactly.
And then yesterday we went to the NVIDIA booth. We saw a wide range of fantastic stuff. You actually missed Dragon Age.
Oh no!
You did, yeah.
I had another
But you didn't miss Black State from Motion Blur.
That's what we're talking about, Black State.
Yep.
Love that name, Motion Blur. So this is a Turkish development team.
Yep, 35 people, 40 people.
So to me, this kind of struck me as this feels like this could be the next kind of Wukong style game, where
Right.
it's this
So
game where
it's a game where you kind of see the footage and you know it's pretty amazing looking, but then it kind of takes on a life of its own in the run up to launch. I think we've got a sleeper hit on our hands here.
So at its core, it seems to be sort of a Metal Gear Solid 5 inspired sort of stealth action experience, if you will. Some of the gameplay shows some cool, sort of knife kills, stealth kills, but all that.
Yep.
They've also implemented what I call Remedy style world bending. Like you open the door on the ship, and instead of going inside the ship, you're in a museum.
Yep.
But so why did this blow us away? Well, so there's always this thing about ray tracing. People are like, nobody notices ray tracing, whatever. This is one of those games where I feel like the ray tracing makes such an impact that even those that are strongly against ray tracing are going to be like, whoa, this is nuts.
Yep.
But it's not just the ray tracing, mind you. It's also just the asset quality, the materials quality, the way that they've rendered out this world. It just looks phenomenally good.
Yep. Asset quality is just off the charts. The thing is, on a lot of our content, we really like to showcase the graphics, so we like to go, close in, take a close look at all of the tiny details that make up any given level in a game, and that's exactly how the developers presented it to us. It was almost like watching a Digital Foundry video in real time, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. They were showing things zooming in. So there's these labs that they were exploring, and every little tiny bottle, medicine bottle, little chemical bottle, had its own unique bespoke label. Everything was carefully placed, the lighting and the shadows on everything, the reflections and everything, just the best I think I've ever seen.
Yep. And
so here's the kicker, is that they were just using DLSS. Oh, so here's some of the footage with the lab area.
Yep.
They were just using DLSS 3, not with ray reconstruction.
Right. And I don't think they had frame generation.
I don't think so either. But they also, so this was using the default Unreal Engine 5 denoiser.
Right.
And they were running it at a high resolution. It was still running really well. and that was just outstanding. But some of the little details you don't normally see, for instance, is
Ooh,
like it
graphics.
was running at like
I don't
100
care.
to 120 frames per second, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
On a powerful PC.
It turns out that the developers are quite a small outfit. They didn't have a huge budget for equipment, so they're actually developing on like 30 series cards. They're not, you know, it's not as if they're targeting best of the best hardware. They're looking for literally outstanding results like this, but they're getting it from last generation hardware, which means it's going to scale up beautifully to, you know, whatever hardware will be available when it comes out. So yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? So they haven't implemented frame generation yet, and they're already at like at 4K 120 frames
Exactly.
per second. Yeah.
So a lot of physics interactions in there.
Yep.
There was the glass. The glass panels actually have Fresnel implemented.
Yep.
So when you look at this like thick glass that you might see in an office complex, you actually get that sort of blue tinge with the reflections when it's off axis, which looks extremely realistic. It's typically something. But they actually implemented it here in real time.
Yep.
And that was just, man, it just looks, it's definitely a game. So getting this right in terms of gameplay is going to be tough. I hope they can pull it off. It looks very promising.
Hey, you're alive.
Yep.
Hello, how you doing?
There's still a lot of what ifs and unknowns, right? That we're
Lizard
looking at
Skull.
here, but just in terms of making a
Oh, me being dead. Okay.
It's definitely, I guess, one of the best things I've seen.
I applaud his
so far.
desire to be
Without
an
a
M
doubt.
So the
Skinwalker.
interesting thing is, last night we were actually looking for footage for
He's
this
trying.
on YouTube, and we saw that
I think
trailer
it's
that only
cute.
had like 40, 50,000 views, but it didn't have the ray tracing active.
Right, it was just still using screen space
So,
stuff.
did I miss
We
anything
were
of
actually able to
importance
toggle
yesterday
between ray
while I was
tracing
asleep?
on and off in this, and you could see.
Well,
But
to be
fair,
honest,
the game still looked amazing
I don't
even
think
with
I don't think you missed
without ray
anything.
tracing.
Like,
So it's not
I got a bit of like
it's not
me
like
and
ray
Porin got a bit of
tracing
mecha
isn't
break. There were a
all
few
the difference,
interesting
right?
games
It
here and there,
makes it
but
look incredible.
overall,
But it's like a
I actually tuned in specifically for Star Wars Outlaws just to see like how they would handle it.
on the ray tracing, and it's actually transformed.
Exactly.
And right now, like I'm looking at the schedule for the Xbox stream, so I'm actually interested in Avowed. I want to see what they're doing with that.
They seem so like nervous.
Yeah,
and,
business
like, just
as
kind of,
usual.
like,
I got the links
bright-eyed,
pinned
bushy-tailed,
everywhere,
if you
so
will, where it's
people
like, man, we're
can
showing
But-
a cool game. We
watch
really
what they
worked
want.
hard on this
Also,
and stuff
how long
like
has
that.
it been since the
I
Xbox
like to
stream
see
started?
developers
Like since they started talking about the games?
Something that looks this
I
impressive
don't
and, like,
know
kinda blow us out
because
of the
I've been just
water.
watching
It
the
feels
Gamescom
fresh.
stream.
So Nvidia's Phil
I hope I
Spencer
didn't miss
was
it, though.
involved in developer relations. Before we went
see.
into the room, he just sort of
Unfortunately, I
quietly
don't
whispered
have
to
the
us,
ADHD
"You're gonna
superpower.
like
I'm
this
limited
one."
to watching one
Yes,
stream at
yeah,
a time.
It was great, wasn't it?
Oh god, good old Phil Scott.
It's fine.
What a
But yeah,
guy.
this is kind of like.
I have also AZ. I have no idea what game's on screen right now.
I'm still in this game after so long. It's because you get these moments where.
Okay,
And
Xbox
something
Day 3.
that's
I don't know. These guys have been
genuinely
just going on
surprising,
about graphics this and graphics
genuinely
that.
brilliant,
So whenever a
that you
game is
didn't
just touting
expect,
graphics,
that came out of
I
nowhere.
immediately check out.
And it's these moments that kind of.
All right, I'm watching. I'm looking at the YouTube VOD, so it seems I didn't miss the game. I didn't miss Avowed yet. They talked about Indiana Jones. They're talking about this new Atlas game. So yeah, we're good.
Okay.
A lot of great people to meet up with. You know, it's been really rewarding, and that's kind of what.
And yeah, it does kind of look like Callisto
And
Protocol.
it's something I kind of miss. You know, when
We've been
when we
making
don't
a
have
lot
these
of
shows,
Callisto
so I'm so happy
Protocol
GameStop has
references
been
as of
back and
late.
doing
I don't know how I
well,
feel
and
about that.
There's a good turnout of people out there. If you can see what's happening behind us, there's definitely stuff out
Show
there.
the relevancy of that game.
Which is
Anything
which,
interesting?
It's a little bit scary.
which is a
but,
damn shame
sorry, go ahead.
because at the
One more
time
thing
I was
about
looking
Black
forward to
State,
that
which,
game because hey,
I
oh,
think
more
is
Dead
quite
Space,
exciting,
like, well, in
is
my
that,
case, more Jarring covers
they're
the thing,
targeting
video
PC.
games, let's go.
Right.
But then it's like,
that's-
oh,
that is something they told us as well. It's like, yeah, PC is kind of their focus here.
Yep.
Like they want to make.
Anything interesting? Well, depends what games you're interested in to begin with. I mean, we got Stalker 2 on day one, and it looks really good.
They command a fairly large segment of the market, right?
yeah, there's a little blurb
But
about that
these guys
earlier.
are like seriously focused on making.
Yeah, they released a
this,
few more
like,
trailers.
Hardcore PC focused.
Yeah, I think console versions will follow, and they're looking to make them the best they can possibly be. And I guess Unreal Engine.
Hollow Knight, how many days till Gamescom ends? Let's see.
But it is rare
I
that we
think
actually
today's the
see a
last
game
day of
that's
Gamescom.
targeting PC and championing
25th,
PC at its
but
absolute
they have a
best.
day 4 and
They're not-
5
they're
stream.
kind
That's
of
the
like
thing.
put the concerns about consoles to
I don't
the-
know. These
to the-
guys
to the
at the
back
start of the
foot, so
stream
to
said
speak.
it was the last
Yeah, that
day
was
of
definitely,
Gamescom, so I don't
you
know what the hell
we'll say a
those
highlight.
Exactly.
waiting rooms are for.
But anyway, I think that's kind of going to wrap it up, right?
I guess our
our
time
Because
is
like
here.
the
our
awards are
top
today,
three
so that's
games
like
of
last night.
Gamescom.
So
Yeah. Anyway.
The awards are today. Okay, interesting.
And be sure to check out
To my
Digital Foundry's
understanding.
YouTube channel for more of our.
Yeah,
content.
live. They've
Up
got
next, it's
yeah,
the
no waiting
Gamescom
rooms.
award show.
Hollow Knight, this is your last
It's
chance,
already-
Sark. So make sure that rope is tight. Okay, let me mute the Gamescom. They're still talking about the metaphor game.
In my thing, they just went to a
Get
commercial.
ready
Oh,
for the
no.
next
There's that
ambitious
chick.
video game, Dimensionals, a fast-paced RPG that
Dimensionals.
delivers
Okay.
And look at her
roguelike
tattoos.
replayability with action-packed tactics.
I'm more looking at her
Collect
kit.
heroes, level them up, and build
Oh,
a party
okay.
of 3 to fight bosses throughout
I'm
different
honest about it.
dimensions.
Those
Equip your heroes
arms.
with a diverse set of skills and watch as they come
Hey, I like
together
my thick
to
girls.
create a barrage of attacks and combos. Told in the style of voice-acted comic book cutscenes.
Anyone played it? Not from
Watch
here, but
as you fight your way
Tenma
through
did
dimensions
play
to
it and
save
lose
the
her mind.
monsters. Want a better idea of the game? Check out this trailer and dive into the world of Dimensional.
Oh, internet.
Dimensionals.
Come on, internet. I believe in you.
This November on Steam.
Yeah, I was talking about the tattoos and the arms.
Oh, that stupid fucking kids gotcha game again.
Gotcha for kids. Yeah, that bodes well.
I've been making that joke since day one. Some people are just like, well, it's definitely not targeted for kids. It's targeted to kids. Although they are nostalgia pandering, because I heard a few notes of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme in that.
Oh god, immediately the art style looks a little Tumblr-y.
It's a nose. It's always a fucking nose.
Yeah, the Tumblr faces and the hairstyle, yeah.
The more I listen to his music, they're really copying the Ninja Turtles thing.
No, here's Stalker 2. This must be one of the trailers they're repeating again.
Well, yeah, this is a commercial.
Alright.
This is effectively commercials. I know this whole convention is a
good man is always on time.
Yeah, it's the surprise. They brought back the protagonist of Clear Sky.
And me, Scar.
Like, we've been wondering what happened to him since that game.
I never got into the Stalker franchise. I've watched a few retrospectives, but not very like full-on
That's
gameplay.
why I'm here.
Yeah, it's a very unique kind of game. It doesn't have the biggest audience because it's quite niche, like in what it's trying to do.
I've got a funny feeling there's more trouble to come.
Oh, my internet's chugging.
Oh, okay. Are you getting throttled?
No, the internet's been hiccupy all morning.
Side of the zone. But there's another.
Yeah, the audio's farting hard. Yeah, I hear too.
It's here all around us, but we cannot see it.
Oh, it's the Gamescom stream, not your stream.
No, my internet has been shitting the bed, but there's not 0% chance that it could be their audio too.
Yeah, I'm listening to it. It's crackling really hard. Yeah, this is
Okay,
poor.
so in this particular instance, it's on their end.
Shining zone to reveal.
Yep,
But
the chat is pointing out as well.
But independent of that, my internet's been shitting the bed this morning.
Shit's gonna go down at the Institute.
Yeah. Alright, looks like they're wrapping up this segment on the Xbox stream.
I imagine all the POV streams are going to be at the awards proper when this starts.
Probably.
I would certainly thought, oh, so. It's like the headlining event.
Are we gonna see our boy Jeff again?
No, but will he have his lover Kojima on? Okay, Funky Monsters, yeah, me.
Wait, what's this? Killing Floor 3? Oh, here we go.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm not optimistic about this game.
Yeah, I think that's been like the consensus every time we've seen a trailer for that.
It's not even the trailer. The trailer themselves look good, but it's just the stuff that they said in the interviews, like how the kind of gameplay changes they're gonna make.
Change bad.
IGN has the most
Yeah, I mean,
easy-to-use and high-tech maps.
it ultimately there has to be change, but you know, it's a risk.
Okay, I'm with AZ and Kataski. I didn't really pay close attention to the Stalker 2 interview and stuff, but I can see where they're coming from.
Load faster with more markers than ever and are built for your phone.
Dev Spurging, I've never heard about this. Are you talking about the war?
For the game you are playing for free at IGN Maps today.
IGN Store has it all.
I don't know.
From clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits, and action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda.
The war? Yeah, I don't really mind it. I mean, it's not my business, and the game still looks pretty good.
You're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week, like the Wasteland wearable
Oh, the squirrel with the gun.
high quality IGN store exclusives like the powerful and spicy Star Wars Dark Side hot sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for you to rock while tuning in to the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part, you don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and
As long as don't shove in their like any subliminal messages in the game, it'll be fine.
No, I'll take one that the overarching like I don't know SCP monster force behind the series just kills everyone. It's like it's all pointless. Stop paying attention to shit. You're all gonna die. That I could get behind. And it would be on brand for Stalker. It's like, this is all meaningless. Blah.
I mean, yeah, they are talking about anomalies happening outside the zone and the zone expanding. So who knows? Maybe it takes over the entire world and game over.
I'd be okay with that.
It's the third and final day of IGN's live coverage of Gamescom, the biggest video game convention in the universe.
Happy Gamescom, everybody. The entire industry has come together here at Gamescom.
And today is all about the 2020.
Yeah, it is old lore, but they're talking about like in this trailer specific, the Scar Tread, like he mentioned anomalies happening outside the zone as well.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the story point for this game. It's kind of like, ooh, things are escalating.
Take home the gold while the crowd goes crazy.
So I understand it.
And you won't have to wait too long.
To be honest, I'm not really sure like what exactly the story of the game is.
Right now.
And that's all right.
From what I've seen from like retrospectives and talking about it, they've kind of like done their own thing away from the source material. So, you know, anything
Okay, I think this is Path of Exile on stream right now on the Xbox.
For the Gamescom award show that's happening this week, and I'm so excited.
It's not out yet, so I don't care.
Or this is probably Diablo 4. I can't even tell. Mark Roberts. Is Mark Roberts a Blizzard guy?
I can't remember. I don't name.
RX7. It's Dom's. It's all about family. Or we can actually get this.
Okay, I think this is Path of Exile. Yep. This is not the Diablo 4 HUD. Speaking of which, Diablo 4 is free for a few days if you want to torture yourself.
Oh, fuck no. There's only so much 10-cent talk I'm willing to gobble.
Oh yeah, both of them are ultimately 10 cent, aren't they?
Yes, 10 cent pretty much like hasn't. Okay, other than Microsoft, other than like their the parent companies, other than the parent companies, as far as air quotes independent owners, like 10 cent has a major share in Blizzard.
No, but I'm gonna write things about
Hmm.
you in here. No one else can get to it
And
because
it wouldn't
it has
surprise
a
me if
lock on
Tencent's
it.
something.
Wait, are there guns in Path of Exile?
Not to my knowledge. It's always been
Like
just
projectile-based weapons?
Oh yeah, there's always been projectile-based weapons, like bows and arrows and crossbows and shit.
Yeah, bows and arrows, but like other things.
I don't know, maybe something new. I don't know.
So we found our way to the collectible figure area, and we've got some.
By the way, I
awesome
should.
over here, we've got a wicked ghost spider behind him. We also got Princess Peach, all donned up in her green, from Luigi's Mansion, and we've got Spider-Man. We've got we can't forget this John Byrne brown costume Wolverine with the detail of the hairy arms.
I know someone had to scratch that in by
Yeah, I
hand.
think this is Path of Exile too, because this was on the schedule.
So Stella,
If I really cared enough, it's gonna whatever they show at the show is gonna be on their Grinding Gear Games
He
YouTube
looks like he
channel.
knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We could definitely try and haggle. I don't know how well we're gonna do.
Eventually.
Let's
Probably.
How about 200?
250.
What about 4,000?
4,000 we can do.
All right.
I mean, it says a lot when I was initially confused about which game it was.
I got him, guys. I got him. So
Yeah, it's Path of Exile too. He just said it.
In the merch hole, Stella, what's your favorite?
Well, I mean, aside from the obvious, I love the hat one, but there's actually one place we haven't been yet.
Where's that?
You wanna come along? I'll show you. Come on, let's go. All right, this is the booth I was.
Actually, it looks really good, but like you said, Tencent.
I know. As long as it's free to play, I don't care.
IGNT, as
At
well
this
as a
point.
very apt cologne
As long as they're not getting
Yeah,
any
it
more
is.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
as long as they're
And we
not
have
getting
the
any more of my
Brotherhood
money,
of
that's
Steel
kind of like the main
Infinity
crux of
set
it right
here
now.
As well. It's super
for
cool.
me anyway.
Fallout is
Well, I'm wondering if it being free is gonna affect like things like how grindy it'll be, or if they're gonna roadblock you.
No. Path of Exile 1 is free to play. It's literally just cosmetics and stash space. That's all it is.
Everything?
Okay, that's cool.
And there's no way they're gonna rock the boat on the second one. There ain't no way.
She'll be back.
I hope so.
Nah, I'm calling it. It's gonna be more of that.
Of Exile. Phew. Cool logo.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 2024 Gamescom Awards Show, part of Gamescom Studio Live on IGN. I'm Damon Hatfield, and for the next couple hours, it's going to be a big celebration of the
Okay,
best
so
games of
the
the
awards
show.
are
Joining
going
me
on
now
right
are
now
Stella,
on the
Brian, and
Gamescom
Max.
streams. How
What's up,
about
everybody?
the other one?
It's the Gamescom Awards. Look at this crowd.
They're just advertising some merch.
I think we're okay.
Oh yeah, we've got our
past the
troopers.
barriers.
We've got our troopers there
yeah, we
outside
do have-
patrolling. I think we're okay.
Depends. Do we count as swag? Because then they'll come get us.
I'm going to toss you out first. Okay, before we get started, if you can't make it to Germany this week, don't worry, because Gamescom has gone worldwide. Gamescom Asia will be taking place in Singapore, October 17th.
Wu-Chang. What is
20th,
Wu-Chang?
and tickets are on sale now. The first ever
It's not on the
Gamescom
list.
LATAM took place in
It
Brazil
just says, and
back in June.
Wu-Chang
I know
Fallen
there.
Feathers.
Yeah,
What is
huge
this?
Success, I think because of us, and it's returning bigger and better than ever in 2025. Now, back to the Gamescom Awards show. As with every year, IGN is presenting these awards, but the nominees and winners were selected by Gamescom's jury. Let's get to our first category.
Looks like I'm gonna have to
Visuals.
keep both
Seth,
streams
the nominees,
audio on.
if you please.
We're starting with a big one, Best Visuals. Let's read out the nominees.
Best visuals.
Number one is
Ow.
Crimson Desert.
Dune Awakening for best visuals.
And then we have Empire of the Ants.
Empire of the fucking Ants.
Little Nightmares 3. When they're just smashing games together.
It's a good list, good list. And the winner for this
Yeah.
year's visuals at Gamescom
Indie game has better visual than AAA game.
Welcome to the stage. It's Coralie. Hey,
Hi, Coralie. How do you feel?
Hi, thank you so much. So I'm the Prince of Peter and I'm very happy to be here. We are very dedicated to making great visual on Little Nightmares.
Congratulations. We're going to send you to the studio now to talk a little bit more about how you feel. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Little Nightmares 3 is being developed by Supermassive Games. It's a standalone sequel to the first 2 games. Like its predecessors, it's a 2.5D spook 'em up, and the creepy visuals definitely made an impression
fuck
on
off.
the Gamescom
Calling us spook 'em
jurors.
up.
It's cool to see a 2.5D
Spook
horror
'em
game
up. Oh
with
my
visuals.
god.
I'm very proud
Please,
of that.
I hope that
It's
doesn't
really
catch
cool
on.
to see that
It
something
won't.
spooky and grotesque and horrifying win, because I love those things.
Yeah,
These games are gorgeous. I love the art style.
it's until a hand reaches out and grabs you from the wall.
And we are now joined by a producer on Little Nightmares 3. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here. I really wanted to thank the team and especially our creative director, Wayne, and our
Okay, they're just doing an interview, so I think they're gonna take time doing awards.
Because I feel like it's you can very easily kind of see the influences, but like it doesn't, it's not like steampunk or it doesn't jump.
They're talking some in the Xbox stream. They're talking about some Chinese game.
childhood fears, and it's really important to like have that around the game.
Hey, to break
We're
it to
talking
you, they're
about
all
charming
Chinese
horror,
games
in
at this
fact.
point.
So yeah, that's the idea of having little kids, but at the same time,
Go back to
the
our
horror
10-cent
of that place
conversation.
that is not made for you.
How to, well, you figure out different jump scares, but like every time I've played, it's never where I expect it. How do you time that out right?
So I think it's really important to play on build-up and tension, like the way in some places you think you are safe, but in fact you are not, and playing on that side, and the visuals, the audio, like everything is working towards that to get this atmosphere at the end.
One of my favorite elements of this is the way you all play with scale, right? You have very small objects, very big objects, tiny things that scare you and big things that scare you. How does that all come together?
Okay, this is a Souls-like. I wasn't even paying attention. Like I kept jumping between streams, so I missed the gameplay. So I'm seeing it now.
The world is made for the enemies. It's not for you as a children. So you really need to feel like you are, not safe and also not powerful at all. So even with the item that we have, it will not really help you at the end, I think.
Now you've got a giant baby there that's kind of a menacing, looming thing in the background, and you recreated that over at your booth. It's
Yeah, we have an
terrifying.
inflatable. Yeah, it's great. I love it. And I love the fact that we have the hands this year, and so you can take photos on the booth. We also have the playable demo, so if you want to have a look.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So Supermassive Games is taking over development from the previous developer. What has Supermassive done to like put your own personality on the visuals this time?
Yeah, I think like we are having a lot of look at Little Nightmares 1 and 2, replaying everything like all the time.
What is that
But at the
accent?
same time, we
Holy
wanted
shit.
Supermassive to also be able to be creative and
Where?
with also things from them.
mainstream?
So I cannot really give you
The Gamescom stream, the chick who's talking, like the developer is
the
talking.
online co-op, because with that game it's the first time you will be able to play with someone. And so the fact that Supermassive Games before worked on online games,
It's
really
kind of
helps.
whiskey-ish, so I'm thinking
I
of
know
one.
this
Yeah.
is a standalone game, but does it still tie into the original story that we do follow the main characters on?
Yeah, completely. So
Game
Little
literally
Nightmares is
just
a
copy
whole
of two of
universe
us,
at the
typical
end.
female developers
So we
copying
are talking about the
something. I bet
Nowhere,
she's
which
very
is the
fucking
place
beautiful.
where you are
We
here,
have,
the place of
we have
the nightmares.
We never
And
won
so
those.
we also have a podcast as well that is tied to another part of the world, which is the county. So you can explore that a bit more, and everything is consistent. But you
Haven't
don't
finished
need
the
to play
Nightmares
Little
yet,
Nightmares 1 and 2 to play Little Nightmares 3.
Yeah.
You can. You will find some nodes and everything.
Since you're waiting for visuals, is there a particular visual in the game that you're fond of that wouldn't be a spoiler?
Yeah, I think what I love is the fact that we have several environments, and you can see that in the trailer as well. Like, you can explore a bit if you want to have a look and see the different, try to find out like the different chapters that we haven't revealed yet, but some of them are part of the trailer. And I think it's really cool that each part, each chapter, each location is so different, and the way we have been working on that to make sure that each of them has their own like, specificities and enemies and everything. So.
Very cool. Congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's Little Nightmares 3, and now
I'm still
let's check out
talking
the
about this
second
game.
trailer for Warframe 1999.
Kick chat. What's your
Warf-
kick chat like?
Warframe 1999. Okay.
I haven't played Warframe since I sold my PS4. Actually, it was even long before that. Yeah, Kick is the based streaming platform.
Hey, literally a dude. Are you very rude, dude? I forget. Is that just your kick count? Because it's like, oh god, there's two of them now. I'm pretty sure it's just one. I would like confirmation though, out of curiosity.
All right, they're done talking about the China game.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured as much.
Also, I'm surprised. Like, you should have a Kick account, just considering that slurs are against Kick's TOS.
Well, saying a Jew is saying a dirty fucking Jew. I don't think it was slur specifically. Call me pedantic. I don't think saying someone's a Jew is just slur yet. But give it time.
And the next category is Best Audio. Let's head right into the nominees for Best Audio 2024 here at Gamescom. And the first nominee is Dune Awakening. The second nominee,
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
And we have
100% banned on Twitch, I think. They have that sentence scan.
Let's hear it for nominee Nine Souls.
And last but not least, we have Star Wars Outlaws. Awesome nominees.
They have sentence scan. Well, we're talking about Cypher.
Best audio here at Gamescom 2024 is.
It's only Little Nightmares 3.
I mean, if they do have sentence scan, then it's probably not an automatic ban, because I think it's probably reviewed by an actual mod.
I don't know. I don't stream on Twitch or YouTube anymore, so I don't give a damn.
Best audio, Little Nightmares 3. Okay.
I am, and I can't wait to hear this game. I actually haven't had a chance because the crowd's so loud.
Yeah.
But I watched the trailer earlier. I can't wait to play it. It's here on the Gamescom show floor, and tons of people, as you can tell, have played it and are very excited for it. I mean, that crowd is going crazy out there.
I always have to play these games with the audio on low because I jump way too easily at any sort of creaks. So I can only imagine what this is going to be like.
That's right.
We're joined once again by our friend from Supermassive Games. Congratulations again.
Welcome back.
Hi again. Thank you.
Visuals and audio. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy, and I think they are complementary, and it's really what we are creating with Little Nightmares, making sure we have great atmosphere, both audio and visual. Yeah, just before we were talking about
it's harder to believe it, like if you type shit on Instagram in a certain way, it also ought to remove the second you posted it. YouTube as well. You can write Jew, but adding negative words will auto delete it. Interesting.
What is your favorite scary sound in the game? You don't have to recreate it.
I love the audio of Monster Baby, the way she's childish at the same time. So yeah, I really like that. I think like the most important for the scariness of the audio is even more like the little sound in the middle, you know, like everything ambient and stuff like that, and not necessarily the screaming.
Now, you mentioned this when we talked to you about visuals, but there's the audio fiction series coming up, which is, I'm curious how that works because this is such an
regarding Path of Exile, did they say anything about transferring your progress?
The audio series, the podcast,
I have not paid attention to anything whatsoever.
And so that's taking place in the
I can look that up.
which is
Let's see.
kind of the real world if we had to like compare to reality. And so that's where people are
I
talking.
don't think there's going to... I think it's going to be a whole separate game. I don't think they're transferring anything, especially... I'm calling it right now. They're not going to allow transfer of the microtransactions and stuff. You're gonna, if you want all your shit, you're going to have to rebuy it again.
Do you certain things that
Calling it right
instill
now.
a psychological feel of fear, like how sometimes movies use background
Let's see,
noise,
character
like
transfer.
bees buzzing. Do you incorporate any of that into this game?
Yeah, completely. Like it's like in
Okay.
each room you will be able to like.
It's announced at ExileCon.
sometimes
Path of Exile 1 and 2 are complete separate games. However, any existing or future microtransaction purchases made will be shared between both games where possible.
Which is like at some
Any
point
future,
you
not
cannot
current.
hear Monster Baby anymore. And I think that's the scariest moment in type of
Any existing or future.
And she's so
Okay.
big
Doesn't
that
any
if you
existing or
don't hear
future.
us,
Now
Yeah.
about characters. Let's
where she is.
Yeah,
I
think when people
I'll believe
think of,
it when
like,
I see it. If
audio
I can
horror,
transfer
they think
over
about
all my
screaming and
stashes,
loud
great.
noises and stuff like that.
Otherwise,
But the
yeah.
absence of sound entirely is sometimes more terrifying because the thing you thought was there is no longer there.
No, it's like when you see a spider in the bathroom, that's scary, but then when it runs under something and it's still there, you're like, okay, that's even worse.
Yeah, it's super important to play on that and to make sure that when we make audio, they are crafted exactly on the right way to, like, give that tension.
Now you've had people playing the game at the booth
Yeah.
with headphones on, I presume.
Yeah, of course.
Have you seen anyone jump?
Yeah, we do see that. And I think it's really cool, and it's really cool that people can put their hand on the game for the first time. It's really nice to see the feedbacks and everything. I really love it. Yeah.
Has anyone come up to you afterwards and be like, "You scared the hell out of me"?
Yeah, we have that, and even at the office. Yeah.
Well, congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Little Nightmares 3 again. Now let's take another look at the trailer. This is called Brute Horse.
Done, and then my internet hiccups.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Shit.
That almost got a chuckle out of me. Almost.
The crowd is wild for best gameplay. The next category here at the Gamescom Awards. Let's read out the nominees. The first nominee,
Blueprints.
The second nominee is Empire of the Ants.
Third nominee, Frostpunk 2.
Yeah, Empire of the Ants is getting a lot of
Best
nominations.
gameplay.
Planetenverteidigungskanonenkommandant.
Last but not least, nominee is the ultimate
Dream.
winner is Frostpunk 2. Welcome to
I have no idea about 3 of these.
Gabriella, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you so much on the behalf of the whole 11-bit studio team and Frostpunk 2 dev team. We just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that voted and the community of Frostpunk. It's amazing to be winning the Best Gameplay Award, considering the game is releasing in less than a month. And we still have so many new additions and updates to the game coming.
I think someone's palms got greased for that win.
So it really means
It's not even out yet, but we're winning this award. Makes me wonder.
Yeah, it's only for the upcoming games. Oh god, the Crafton logo in the background.
To manage a city and make difficult decisions during a bleak volcanic winter. And while IGN isn't deciding on these winners, we did.
I like all those flavors coming together.
Huh. I played a little bit of the first game. I think Max, you did too?
Yeah, a little bit. Not very good at it. I'm a very bad mayor.
It's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you got kicked out or something?
I got kicked out of the town and then I froze to death. So.
We're joined by communications lead for 11-bit Studios.
That's correct.
Welcome and
Hi.
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It means really the world to us to
This
win
is
the
awesome.
Best Gameplay Award. Yeah, thank you.
So what sort of evolutions from the first game did you make for this game? Because it seems like a massive jump from sequel to sequel.
That is so true. The scale is immeasurable, incomparable to Frostpunk 1. Everything is bigger, harder, and more stressful, as everything with Frostpunk. It's such a unique survival city builder game, and with Frostpunk 1, you had days passing, now it's months. You had hundreds of people to take care of, now it's thousands. The scale is really completely different. You don't build specific houses, you build districts like house or industrial zones. So really your task as the steward couldn't be harder.
No pressure, yeah.
No pressure, but that's
You
what
got
the
this.
strategy people and strategy community loves. And I think we are providing what the Frostpunk community really wants, which is just a very stressful and challenging experience.
All right. Next game, let's see.
That is correct. So in Frostpunk 1, like really your
On
biggest
Xbox, that
challenge
is.
was nature,
Yeah,
and now
I
it's
still got
human
the
nature.
Frostpunk
We have
chick on the
factions and
Gamescom.
communities. Since Steward is governing like thousands and thousands of people, surely they have to be like communities and factions building, and they don't get along. So if you want to pass a law in a House of Delegates in the City Council, you kind of have to weasel your way into it, convince someone, but if you convince one faction...
Oh, Commando, that's a very old series.
hate you for it.
And they're gonna
It's
talk about
also
Space
a
Marine 2 as well.
balancing act of making it work so you survive as the
As-
steward, as the
as-
tagline
as
says,
is,
the city must
mandatory.
not fall.
Now, we were just looking at some gameplay here. It looks amazing. One of the things popped up in the
Game's
chat,
like
everyone's
out
angry.
in like, what, 2 weeks?
What can you do to help them? And you can
Just
help
over 2
them,
weeks.
But you can also just disregard the issue. So tell me about just a
The remaster, oh yeah, the remastered Commandos, and somehow that series made a comeback.
Oh, you can be as terrible as what usually people go for. I usually try to have like a nice playthrough, but that's also impossible. But yes, like in
Come on, internet. I believe in you. You can do it.
one, like the children, also like yearning for the mines, right? You had to have the mines as well.
It's a brutal
this
game.
Comes back as well. It is a brutal game, but I think in the most as it can be like the most fun and exciting way, you know, like the brutal aspect of it is the fun part. And yes, you can be truly
well, it's got all the technical, you know, features of a strategy game, but it's got the morality of a good RPG, where it's like you've got to make difficult decisions and your choices are going to matter, and there's not really always.
Fallout 76.
Our choices haven't mattered since
as the
Mass
snow
Effect
and
3.
the coal, you know, and really as I've mentioned, it is.
I'm
like
sorry,
this
anytime I hear
balancing
anyone
act,
says
but
in
it is
terms
true
of
that there's,
games,
like,
your
no
choices
chance
matter.
to
No, they fucking don't.
really winning doesn't mean everybody's happy, right? Winning means you survive, right? And it's really difficult with all the factions and communities wanting different things, and you just kind of have to choose for yourself, pick a side, and hope it's the right one.
The game is out in a month. Are you going to celebrate, go do something lighthearted, maybe go to Hawaii or Disneyland?
Oh, for sure. Maybe trip to the mine or something, like just to get into this immersion.
Okay, here's a vow.
We all yearn for the mines.
Yeah, we all yearn for the mines. But really, I think considering it's September 20th and like early access September 17th for those with deluxe edition, I think maybe we'll just put the AC like at the minus, you know, like 20 degrees or something for this like immersive experience. So maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
All right, Frostpunk 2, best gameplay. Congratulations once again. All right, now we have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Gamescom awards right after this.
Dubstep. Take me
Most
now.
exciting. Most popular style, Starfield. Oh no, it's Indiana Jones. Never mind. Oh, because they're right next to each other. It's like something interesting. I'm watching the Xbox showcase. They're doing the Gamescom awards as well.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
Oh, I missed it. The schedule. I'm gonna have to go to the YouTube VOD.
You're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week, like the Wasteland-ready Fallout Vault 33 hoodie, which pairs perfectly with the working wearable Pip-Boy. Plus,
There's still 2 more days of Gamescom, and it's just trivia. See, community meetup. Yeah, just some inconsequential stuff.
Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyber.
Oh no, this is community. Okay, no, sorry. This is community hub activities. Okay, it's not the main stuff.
Leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping.
What is? Oh, this is Commandos.
The Cinefix Top 100. A list so secretive even we don't know what movies are on it or where they rank.
There's something going on.
Each
Nope.
episode will reveal one of the
The
movies.
2013 all over again. Yep.
Talk about why it belongs and finally find out where it ranks. Are any of the movies we've shown here even on the list? I have no idea, and it drives me crazy. Join us as we find out on Cinefix, wherever you get your podcasts.
AI generated anything? I mean, anyone can imagine that.
Leave the old actors alone. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Yeah, like now that we're still in the middle of the AI boom, so companies are going to be looking for ways to cut costs. They're already doing it. Since when did companies think about the consequences?
Never.
Welcome back to the Gamescom Awards Show. We've got a ton of great games and winners
You
so far,
said you
but up
pinned the
next, it
links,
should
right?
be
Did
the
you
most
pin them in
entertaining
general
of
or
all.
stream
That's
chat?
because it's the award for most
I can't
entertaining.
pin
Seven,
in
Jane, what have you
Discord.
got for us?
Okay, well I can. But, I mean, I pin all the links in the Kick and Odyssey chats.
I'll post them here. Just the Twitch ones.
Oh yeah, the second nominee is
Okay, next award. Let's see.
Third nominee,
and the fourth one is
Most entertaining. Let's see.
We've all had the same thought.
And last but not least,
Star Wars Outlaws.
and the winner for most entertaining game here at Gamescom 2024 is Monster Hunter Wild.
Oh, we're talking about Space Marine 2 now.
Welcome to the stage, Vivian and Laura.
Let's see.
Congratulations, how do you feel?
Amazing, it's such an honor.
Okay, okay.
Pokemon at home should be the winner. I agree.
We actually have a special message from our developers, and they want
Okay, now, Zenlar, if you're interested, they're talking about Space Marine 2 now on the Xbox stream.
I'm not jumping between screens.
Alright. You can catch the VOD in there anyway.
I'm not going to watch the VOD. I really don't care about this shit. It's not like it's not that I don't care about Space Marine 2. It's like, as far as all this like watching game crap, it's like I really don't care. I'm just doing this for the sake of streaming. I have no vested
Tim
interest.
Willits.
I have no vested interest in any of this.
I can understand. So my boy Tim Willits. Come a long way since id, huh?
Because like, here's what I'm doing right now. I'm playing Path to Exile while this is on in the background. That's my opinion on the game. I'm playing a game. I would rather be playing a game.
We recently previewed it and found it to be exactly
Yeah, it's
what
all right.
we're hoping for. Stella, what are you hoping for with Monster Hunter Wild?
More cats! I am so excited. You can actually customize your Palico, which is like your little feline friend. I am so excited because I loved playing Fashion Monster Hunter, and they actually got rid of the gendered armor, so now you
Dawn
know
of
what
War
it
becomes
is,
Dusk of
which
War.
is
I don't know.
amazing. And of
I think
course, talk
it
to us, and for
became
me,
that with
thank
Dawn of War
you
3.
for giving us the opportunity to actually change your cats to look like our cats. Thank you so much. Here are the developers. Hi.
Hi. Oh God. Sitting on a cake.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor. I'm really like we are all the team is so happy right now.
So people are playing the game here at Gamescom, right? And how many of them have killed that huge spider?
Not actually, but they have killed different other monsters.
All right. What's been sort of your favorite reaction from the audience playing here at the show?
Oh, definitely how they experience the version and how they experience the hunting, because we have a single mode and also a multiplayer version, so they can play with their friends here actually, and they think it's amazing. It's just so nice to see the response to the game.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask about the new carting system. Is there still the animation of the cats throwing you out of the cart, or is it still them, I think I did see an animation of them throwing some healing powder on you, you just stand back up.
Oh, that depends. It's different actually.
Oh, okay, so we get different ones now. Okay, I love that. I'm so excited. Do you have cats, and have you customized your Palicos to look like your cats?
Actually, I don't have
All the
cats,
Gamescom
but
stream
I
is
always
talking
use
about
the same Palico
with the Monster
for
Hunter
years.
thing. They're just talking about the cat customization as women are wants to do.
You customize your cats at home?
What do you mean? They come like that. But in game, I definitely will be customizing them to look like my cats at home. So which monster is your favorite that you have seen in the game so far?
Absolutely. Oh, sorry. Absolutely, Lala Barina. That's the one we introduced to all our fans in the Gamescom opening night live, and it's such a beautiful monster, and I'm looking forward to hunt it in the game in 2025.
So the name, obviously, she's very elegant, but also the name sounds very much like a ballerina. Was that intentional? Because her movement is very fluid, very pretty.
So the development team always has their way of finding like the perfect combination for each monster and the design that they want it to look like, want it to be named like. So yeah, I think that there are many more monsters that we can await that have very interesting looks and names.
What has been your favorite new gameplay addition in Wilds that hasn't been in the previous versions?
Mine is definitely the focus mode because it allows you to concentrate on different weakness points.
So they have the
And
high
it's so
ground.
helpful because now you can see where you hit a monster and you can concentrate on
The
that
monster
point.
drink,
And
that's
also
what I like.
the new focus mode.
Yeah, the
attacks
word
look
monster was getting
so
thrown
amazing
around a
for
lot.
different
That joke
weapons.
had to be made.
I can't tell you the amount of times I thought an attack would hit, but it didn't, so I am so thankful for this mode. I am really excited. Do you have a favorite armor set?
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh, but do we have, how many more new armor sets do you have, if you have like a general number?
We can say that, yeah.
Ooh, can't say that. That means it's a lot.
Oh my goodness, that means I'm going to be mix and matching? Ooh, so excited.
But what I can say, what we announced yesterday, is that now, no matter which character model you choose, you can wear both armor versions.
I am so happy for that.
Yes.
So I think with the armor sets, we did get to see people being able to craft things. So obviously with new monsters, there are going to be new combinations. Do we have the option to change the colors and everything too to match any set?
That's to be found out.
Okay, I keep asking. I'm so excited.
What have you learned from like watching people play the game?
Okay, so they confirmed that it is in fact the same technology from World War Z. I know Porian mentioned that. Oh, I think they're using the same one. So here it is.
To hunting the monsters. But that's also something that we saw, that even new players, they tend to like directly start into the game. And with the single player version, we also have the addition of a tutorial helping people find their weapon choice. And what we learned from watching players is that they definitely know what they want. They know what weapons they want, and they're very, very keen on trying different things. And that's very nice to see.
Now, this franchise has been around for a long time now. Has it been cool watching that audience sort of grow and evolve with the game series?
Yeah, definitely. It's amazing. So it's been around for such a long time, and like Monsanto Wilds is to be like the milestone of the series so far, and we are very thrilled for...
So it has a bit of that Left 4 Dead DNA, which is nice.
Yeah, so this is the first series where your character and your palico do speak, right?
Yes.
So why was this the right time to bring that into the...
Maybe, you know, there are several things that the community wished for a very, very long time. And along with like the both version armor sets and also the crossplay, this is something that people wish for. And this is like something that the developers like wanted to implement in this terms because, yeah, just like because we want the community to be as happy as possible.
Monster Hunter Wilds, most entertaining game at Gamescom. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, up next we have another trailer. This is Constance.
Monsanto Wilds would be a very scary game.
Dark, look, it's Hollow Knight, but female.
So stunning and brave.
Is he even watching? Oh, he's online. Oh, there he is.
But who's watching?
No, Sark. Look, it's Hollow Knight, but you're Hikikomori.
Everything is epic here at Gamescom, right? But we're looking at the nominees for most...
Oh my god, he's going for you just fucking work.
The second nominee is Dune Awakening.
Most epic. You know, honestly, I don't think these awards are meant to be taken seriously. Like, I think they're just doing it for fun.
Because the fourth one is also
I agree with this sentiment.
Last but not least,
Star Wars Outlaws.
Oh yes. And the winner for most epic here at Gamescom 2024.
The real winner is Monster Energy. Yes, I agree.
Monster Energy, yeah.
Unfortunately, there was no parking available for
All right,
monsters
I would agree with
outside,
that
so
actually.
they couldn't make it in time.
I mean, what's cooler than taking on giant monsters among all of those games?
Doing it while you're shutting down your kidneys.
I want to see the PvP gameplay. What's that going to be like?
I see it so clearly. Who's the dragon in the world? Behind God's back.
Oh, Atari TPS. How I missed you. Oh yeah, this game.
We all need some wholesome stuff in our lives, right? So we're here to announce the nominees for most wholesome game. Here at
All right, so they're gonna talk about that Civilization-like game, and then they're gonna talk about Avowed.
Second one is Tavern Talk.
Third nominee, Tiny Bookshop.
Urban Jungle is
Hey, but you like Skyrim, don't you? So you'll probably be interested in Avowed.
Let's have a look at the winner. The winner of most wholesome 2024 is Tavern Talk.
Clearly the most important award. Most wholesome.
Congratulations. Come on over.
Most wholesome, huh? Yeah, this is just for like it's just for fun.
Never thought this would happen, to be honest, and we're just totally overwhelmed. Thank you so much, everyone.
You're very welcome. Head over to the studio to talk a little bit more about your most wholesome game.
Amazing.
Congratulations.
Nice to see that like I'm on the Xbox stream, and nice to see that the like is First Ascent, is it like Korean or Chinese?
Available on Nintendo Switch and PC.
Couldn't tell you.
This game looks really charming.
But yeah, Asian. Like good to see that Asian like still care about how the way the female body looks.
Well, isn't that kind of like the running joke at this point? Is that if you want actual women to look like women, you have to be either Chinese or Korean.
So Tavern Talk has a wonderful hook.
Even the Japanese are starting to follow on that now.
Right. And you have to talk to all the adventurers.
Yeah, I heard that this game, like, people mentioned about the female outfit.
They all have their own quests. They all have their own issues.
Well, they got rid of gendered outfits in the new Dragon Quest game, so that tells you everything you need to know.
Advice, for comfort sometimes,
Dragon Quest?
Like,
yeah.
their ideas and what's on their
Oh,
mind.
interesting.
And you
Oh, this
give
was a
them
big
advice
hullabaloo like a month or two
comfort.
ago.
And pour them a
Oh.
drink. That's what you.
Never played Dragon
you
Quest,
mix
so.
them something
Neither
up
have I,
and
but I
so they
pay
can go on
attention
the
to the
next quest and
political
succeed.
news.
So I am a big player, a D&D player, and I feel like this is very D&D inspired.
Exactly.
Because you have a lot of NPCs who say,
Oh my
you
God,
who
Internet,
give you
will you stop
hints
kicking me
for
out of
quests,
exile?
right? So
I spent the last 20 minutes trying to get to the same spot.
Whether or not, as the innkeeper, you see your favorite players, you know, your go off on adventures, and maybe they come back with one less party member. Does that happen in this game?
Yeah, I don't wanna say too much, but we looked into this. That they actually have it's hard to tell actually. I don't want to spoil anything.
Like, I know you're not watching the Xbox stream, but the guy who's talking kind of sounds like an AI. The way he's saying certain words, it doesn't sound natural at all.
I think literally every single person involved in this here shit is ESL.
We're out to save the world as the innkeeper a bit as well. So giving everyone the right drink so they can.
Of course,
fight
ragging on
the,
ESL is rich coming from this crew.
That's threatening the land.
Nice. Now, I love these potions. Is there a fictional beverage in this game that you wish was real?
Oh, there's plenty of them, gotta say. For me personally, I always like something that really gives me some intelligence.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised that an Asian developer is employing AI. with their
Spend a lot of
promotions.
time in actual taverns for research.
Well, of course,
So
that
much,
means
but
they
we
don't
spend a
have
lot of
to
time in actual
deal
D&D
with Whitey.
role-playing.
Oh, even
so
better.
yeah, like
Cool.
the large part of the team is actually DMing their own sessions, and so they put all their experience from the last years and sometimes parts of their own lives into this game and into the stories that you can encounter here.
Because I need like a real bar where the drink just sort of materializes through the table on the counter, right?
Yeah. That was actually we sat there and didn't know how like to bring the drink from one screen to the other, so we just invented this and thought it was very funny to look at.
It's
and
awesome.
So we kept it in the game. That's how it happened.
It's so cool.
What is the
Yeah, I'm
favorite
convinced
game
this is an
campaign
AI.
for you or for any of your team members?
Oh, that's difficult. And I think I've been playing like really back in the day when there was advanced D&D, so like the second edition back in my study.
So Valhalla,
Play
Valhalla
homebrew,
next.
And I think Curse of
I had to
Strahd
parse
is
that for a
something
second.
that really left an impact on everyone, where it's currently being played in the teams as well. So and we even came up with our own one-shot during the Kickstarter campaign that we ran. That is available, and that we will also like play in the future on stream. That's one of the last goals that we promised our supporters. Yeah.
That's awesome. So can we expect a tabletop version of this? Maybe in like a...
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
If
Nirvana
the
went.
we will have the funds to do that probably. Yeah. We'd love to have that actually in some point in the future. So we're brewing on it. So maybe something's coming up.
Hey.
Very cool. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Okay, it's time for another quick break, but Gamescom 2024 awards will continue.
Kickstarter, nothing
after
bad
this.
comes from that. I know, right?
Yep.
If they play his dubstep music again, I'm gonna fucking kill someone.
What are they showing off? Dimensionals?
The Gamescom stream, they're showing like merch from the collector's edition or whatever fucking game they're showing right now. Actually, they're giving out stuff. Okay, that's why the crowd was getting excited.
Oh, I see.
They were giving out shit.
Exclusive deals and giveaways.
Oh, just pick out a random person in the crowd.
And best of all,
Yes, random. I'm gonna put air quotes on that.
Okay, they're talking about Avowed now. This is the one I'm interested in.
Head to plus.ign.com.
IGN playlist is the best way to track.
Even if you're watching, I think you might be interested in this one. I know you were asking me about Skyrim sometimes.
Show off your collection of the world and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN playlist, check it out.
IGN Store has it all. From clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits, and action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Star Wars, Fallout, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. Whatever your pop culture passion.
Piece of gay deal for DLC the box.
Like the Wasteland Fallout Vault 30
Okay, that's
hoodie,
on point.
which pairs perfectly with the working wearable Pip-Boy. Plus, high-quality IGN Store exclusives like the powerful and spicy Star Wars Darkside Hot Sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for you to rock while tuning in to the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part? You don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping today. The IGN Store. You deserve it.
IGN has the most thorough, easy
Buy
to
our
use and
slop.
high-tech maps out there. IGN maps load fast.
No, they show this advert so many times.
I know, we've been making fun of it every time it comes up though.
I just clicked. I just popped into the Gamescom stream just to check. Lower Tutel Feature Pathfinder had this as well.
Welcome Welcome back. You're watching the Gamescom 2024 Awards Show. All winners are determined by the Gamescom jury. Next up is the Games for Impact Award. This category recognizes games that convey a significant message and contribute to raising awareness or promoting positive changes in society. We go now to Seb.
The ESG Award.
A super important category. Let's read out the nominees for Games for Impact here at Gamescom 2024.
ESG Award.
The first nominee.
Creatures of Ava.
Second nominee is Green Guardians VR.
Next up, we've got Out and About.
And nominee number 4 is Rekka.
And finally, our nominee is Tiny Bookshop.
Games for Impact.
Let's have a winner.
We have a winner.
They're about
right
to launch a
here, and the
global
winner for Games for
nuclear
Impact
bomb.
2024
Don't promise me a good time.
Welcome to the stage.
Give you another ring box inside Borderlands 3.
Congratulations. How do you feel, Pablo?
Thank you so much. We are deeply
It seems like they designed this game for console first. I can see the
many players,
prompts.
the message we have made has resonated with them. And apart from that, I to our families, our friends, to 11-bit for trusting us with this project, and of course to our incredible team and everyone.
Why the fuck are they getting audio feedback? Holy shit.
Congratulations, and let's head over to the studio to talk a little bit more about your game.
I haven't heard a microphone audio feedback in years.
It's a saving game where you tame various monsters and follow their noses in hopes of
Nice quality control, but that's the thing. We didn't notice these issues in the first few days, did we?
I mean, technically,
I can't
you
say I did.
capture the monsters, but I mean, the point is to
Yeah, no, you do more sort of like conservation work. You've got this this sort of staff that pulls this, you know, toxic substance off of them, and then you can often befriend them, which is really really sweet.
Hello,
Hey, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So I was just saying, I just started Creatures of Ava. It's literally the last game I played before I got on an airplane over here. Can you explain just sort of the basic hook for anybody who hasn't heard of it?
Yes, so in Creatures of Ava you have to save the animals of a planet that is in the realm of Cataclysm.
You have, there's like a music element too.
Yes, I mean, we have pretty unique mechanics, and one of them is playing the flute, that you can play any song that you like, and that's the way that you manage to save the creatures, to save them, basically.
I was saying that also if you miss a note, if you're not good at playing the music, they don't always like that. They kind of get mad at you sometimes.
yeah, a little bit.
I love that. And is it open world?
We have really big levels.
Yeah.
It's of a biome of planet Ava, so we have a prairie, a jungle, and many other. But to get through them, you have to just advance on the story, as it's a very narrative game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if I had to ask, and I'm already playing it, it says a lot about how big the levels are and how much kind of sense of scale there is.
Now, the Games
Or
for
says
Impact
you
Award
didn't
here
play
at
it.
Gamescom is a very special one. When did your team know that you were making something special? Like, how far in were you like, oh, this is working, this is magical?
I mean, since the beginning, we had this idea of making a game that respected
The stream weird. What were you responding to?
in it. So from that point, we understood.
It's already left my
trying to
mind.
look at references that there are not that many. But I think the main moment was when
Black
we started,
Lady.
Controlling a creature from third person, when we saw the potential of the project.
Yeah. So there are so many different alien creatures, and I kind of want to ask which one was your favorite, and what real-life animals inspired that creature?
Okay, so each animal in Ava is inspired by real animals in planet Earth, and then we give them, of course, this alien thingy. But I think
An
for
alien
me,
thingy?
my favorite one is the Hismith, which is kind of a mosquito-like, but really giant, and it has like eyes looking for both sides, so it's like kind of funny.
Oh, I like that.
You know your game is special when you put a mosquito in it and people don't want to kill it.
Yeah, for sure. And you can pet it.
Yeah, and you
like
can
every
pet it.
creature.
Pet the mosquito.
No, it is cool. Like there are so many games that are about, you know, capturing or just straight up killing animals, and it's nice to just sort of kind of re-examine that and pull it back and be like, what if you just kind of helped them out and became their friends? That's a nice
Exactly.
idea.
That's what we thought too.
Yeah, and then you also get to kind of like telepathically.
Well, if that's
meld
the
with
case,
them
I'd
and
rather
control
just play
them, which is
Palo.
also fun. You don't always have to play as a person the whole time, which is cool.
I mean, that's for sure. We wanted to create this connection between the planet, every creature, the natives of it, and again, I don't want to spoil the story, but everything is connected.
Nice.
So we saw that the cutscenes were made of almost like an anime art style. Can you explain why you went with that art style as opposed to anything else?
Well, we have been fans of anime, and we felt like having this intro sequence and the ending of the game in this style was really fitting for Ava, and that could express the emotions we wanted.
Mary's gonna
to
stop
feel,
so excited. I
easily.
know, right?
So.
Were there any pop culture influences? Because the animation in the beginning immediately reminded me of Scavenger's
I
Reign.
don't want to spoil the
and then
story,
kind of
but let's just
connecting
say
with
it's
animals
Columbine
very
for animals.
Pulling from in terms of other media?
I mean, I can truly say, but we have been taking references for so many things, for other games, from books, from films, for TV shows, from everything, you know? But that's how development works, I guess.
Fair enough.
Well, this is the Games for Impact
We want to
Award
throw
Special
everything in the
Award, so
pot and make it
congratulations
work like Pal World.
Be sure to check out Creatures of Ava. It's out now for Xbox and PC. And now we
It's
travel
just
to
like
the medieval
X
fantasy
game.
world. This is the trailer for Mirthwood.
I'd rather just play X game.
Welcome to Mirthwood, a sprawling medieval landscape.
It's the thing, like,
Uncharted.
it has to be really good to take me away from actually playing your inspiration.
Away from home. Upon arrival, create who you want to be. As you explore Mirthwood, you may need to hunt and forage for supplies. Brave Mother Nature. And craft gear for the road ahead. Embark on quests and stumble upon mysteries across the world. At times, making difficult choices. Your actions in the game will be impactful, affecting your renown, morality, and even how the inhabitants view and interact with you. Mirthwood is a fully simulated, breathing world where citizens go about their daily lives working to survive. The world of Mirthwood is waiting for you to carve your path.
I don't know if she's saying
Whether
Mirthwood or
with
Mirthwood.
spade, sword, or silver tongue. What you'll uncover
Don't start
along
together.
the way
Yeah, that's a good call.
is anyone's guess.
Yeah, I think I'm saying, like, if you want to get people excited for a game, maybe don't linger too long on the stats screen.
Mirthwood.
They're just constantly trying to describe, oh, you could use this spell and combine with that thing. Come on, dude, just actually show me why I should be excited, man.
And the next category is Best Mobile Game here at Gamescom 2024. Let's read out the nominees.
Ooh,
right?
that's mobile game. Ooh.
First nominee is...
Digital Animals Game.
And the second nominee is Dungeons of Dread.
Alright, what's the next award? Let's see.
Secret.
Next up,
Mobile.
it's a little game we call Genshin Impact.
Mobile game, okay, bye-bye.
Yeah. We have some fans here. And the next one is Monster Hunter Now.
Okay, it's either going to be Gen shit or Monster
And
Hunter.
last but not least, we've got Xenia's Zone.
I'd probably ZZZ.
And
Yeah.
the winner for Best Mobile Game here at Gamescom 2024, we have Genshin Impact.
This is my surprise face. I am surprised.
Unfortunately, the lads and ladies from Genshin Impact could not be with us tonight, so...
They're very
Yeah, being
busy.
how they don't want to deal with Whitey.
We just have a look at
It's
the wonderful
Genshin.
new trailer of Bloodborne 2 instead.
I was thinking it was gonna be ZZZ, to be honest.
Like you say, these are more joke awards. It looks different.
Also, I should let you know I have to leave in a few minutes. Then I'll be back after that, right?
That's fine.
We have the nominees for Best Microsoft Xbox Game coming up here.
Best Microsoft Xbox game, dedicated award.
The second nominee is Creatures of Era.
Third nominee, Little Nightmares 3, everybody.
Number 4, we have Star Wars Outlaws.
And final nominee, The Alters.
And the winner for Best Microsoft Xbox Game 2024 here at Gamescom is...
Little Nightmares 3. Welcome, Coralie.
Coralie is back.
Another one.
Hi again, thank you so much. And we are really happy to be both on Xbox booth playable at Gamescom and Van Namco booth. So come play the demo, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank
Head
you
over
so
to the
much.
studio.
Give it up, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, Little Nightmares 3 wins yet again, this time Best Xbox Game.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I remember playing.
Here we go,
games,
finally some
board games like
combat.
this on Xbox back in like the Xbox One era, and now we get another one, and you can play with your friend, which is great.
No, this is great. Yeah, this series has a lot of Limbo DNA, which was an
exactly.
old XBLA game, and this is very much
It's like Limbo,
carrying that
no
legacy.
shit.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Well, look who it is.
Really happy to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I bet. Best Xbox game. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are really happy at Gamescom to be playable both on Xbox booth and Bandai booth. So I really enjoy seeing people playing the game here at Gamescom. And yeah, if you didn't play it yet, just go have a look.
Yeah, what was it like working with Xbox to bring this to that platform?
Yeah, so we are developing both on Xbox Series and Xbox One. So we really want to make sure that players are having the best experience, but also to have the enhanced visual that offers like next-gen platform and stuff like that. So yeah, we will release on all platforms, including X Series and X1.
Now, Supermassive has a reputation for making very much like I don't want to say mature horror, realistic horror, I guess.
Yeah.
What was it like for the team to kind of shift gears from that to working in something that's much more surreal and illustrative?
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting because like the new visuals and the new Little Nightmares, it also has something special, something different, I think, but at the same time we are really working towards keeping the same atmosphere, and we are replaying the game, I think, like all the time. The team is
Okay, this looks
replaying
decent.
games from Little Nightmares 1, Little Nightmares 2 all the time, and it's really making sure
Also, I
that
should
we
mention,
bring novelty,
people
but at
are
the same time we
hyping up
also
one of
keep
the
what makes a Little
campaigns
Nightmares game
because he's voiced by the same guy who played Garrus Vakarian.
Characters in Little Nightmares.
We're
exactly the best.
Like,
so can we expect maybe
everyone's just like, you can calibrate me anytime, Garrus.
So this year at Gamescom we have focused
I went
on
through that
releasing a
at the
friendship
time.
trailer
It
that
was
you might
just
have
like, it
seen,
was
and
insufferable.
I think that's really cool because in the demo especially you can see the relationship between the two characters. The way
Yeah,
they care for
people
each other
still
and everything.
thirsting
So
over
we're gonna tell you
companions
more about the
nowadays.
whole game.
I mean, they've always been doing that.
We are putting a lot of care inside,
It got
and
pretty
I
bad
love
with
the
Baldur's
relationship. I
Gate
love the
3,
way
I'll
they
say that
interact
much.
together. And like if you play
Yeah.
multiplayer, you would play
Like,
with
oh my
someone
god,
on
Asterions,
co-op,
like,
but
I
you
don't
can
give a
also play
fuck.
single player. And if you do that,
And there's no shortage of that with the gacha games too.
played by an AI.
Well, that's
And
the
so
Gacha's
I love the
game's
fact that the
business
AI
model.
is having like some
Yeah.
animations that will give you more about
That's the modus
the
operandi, if you
characters
will.
at the end, and you can see that in the demo that is playable here.
So Little Nightmares 3 is scheduled for release next year. Does winning Best Xbox Game, you feel like increased pressure to deliver?
Yeah, kind of. But at the same time, I think like it doesn't change much because we are really making sure that we want to create very qualitative game, and yeah, we'll release next year in 2025. I'm really looking forward to that and really happy to have this award and to be here. Thank you.
Yep, congratulations yet again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Little Nightmares 3 coming to Xboxes, Switch, PC, and both PlayStations sometime next year. Speaking of which, next up is the Best PlayStation Game Award. But first, you guessed it, a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hooray, more commercials before the next award. Woo. I like Baldur's Gate 3, just keep me away from the fans. Well, you can say that about any media, anything. in the last like.
Oh, they're giving you a payday mask. Wow, get excited. Is that a payday mask?
It looks like a gold payday mask.
Yeah, it's a copy of Payday 3 and a gold mask. I feel sorry for the guy who's gonna get the game.
Yeah.
My condolences. Enjoy the mask though.
Yeah, sell on eBay for a couple bucks.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection of the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.
Want the ultimate IGN experience? Check out IGN Plus. Members get exclusive deals and giveaways, ad-free browsing, unlimited tracking on IGN Maps, discounts at the IGN store, and with
IGN Maps again, I don't give a damn.
Free games. Get 30 days of IGN Plus for just $1. Head to Plus.
Oh, the IGN ad again.
Yep.
IGN has the most thorough, easy-to-use, and high-tech maps out there. IGN Maps load faster with more markers than ever and are built for your phone as your constant companion to the biggest games. So start checking off markers for the game you are playing today. Can't find that final collectible you're missing? IGN strategy guides and interactive.
You know what? This doesn't look too bad actually. Might play this if it ever goes on discount. I think it's also coming into Game Pass.
You can even track your progress with interactive checklists so you know you reached that 100% completion. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides. Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
Anyway, I'll head off now and I'll be back later, right?
Okay. Oh, what were they just giving away? Damn it, it's the inside.
And we're back. Now it's time for the Best PlayStation Game Award. Greatness awaits.
Ooh, best
on the
PlayStation
stage.
game.
Yes, here
Yippee.
I am. Best PlayStation Game is the next one. Let's read out the nominees for Best Sony PlayStation Game here at Gamescom 2024.
Okay, up for the award. First nominee is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Ooh, next one is Little Nightmares 3.
Next up, we've got Monster Hunter Wilds.
And the first Berserker is number 4.
And last but not least, our nominee is Unknown 9 Awakening.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Let's have a look at the winner. The winner for Best Sony PlayStation Game here at Gamescom 2024 is Monster Hunter Wilds.
Another Monster Hunter, yep.
Unfortunately, they couldn't get past security here at Gamescom with their monster hunting weapons. So we're waiting for them to get in.
Yeah. So, but we have something nice lined up. We're gonna have a look at the trailer for Commando's Origins.
Ah, the trailer for Commando. Five games made the last 4 years. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get this job done. I don't want to explain to HQ why an entire outpost is on the lookout for us. We go in and get out before the Krauts realize we were here. Me in like a headless chicken.
You make it sound like child's play.
The Jerry's won't just roll over without putting
I never said that we can't engage them first.
Didn't you just say they shouldn't even know we're here?
We just gotta make sure they don't have time to react to us. Thinning their herd, simple as that. Fast and precise. That's how we strike.
You're nuts if you think the three of us are enough to pull this off.
If we want to win the war, we don't have a choice. Not the first time we've done the impossible.
Yeah, it's Commandos. Yeah.
Next up, we have a wonderful list of best PC games here at Gamescom.
Best
it's a wonderful
PC.
list, don't you think, Jane?
It's a lot of great nominees on here, let me tell you.
Yeah, let's read out the nominees for best PC game here at Gamescom 2024. First one,
Dune Awakening.
the second one is Empire of the Ants.
And our next nominee is Frostpunk 2.
Number 4 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
And last but not least, we have The Altars.
Let's read out the winner. The winner is very close to my heart. It's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I am actually surprised.
Welcome to the stage, Tobias and Martin. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Hello, hello. Martin. Guten Tag, Gamescom.
Oh.
It's incredible honor and privilege to stand here and to accept this prize on behalf of Warhol Studios. Game development is a team sport, and this prize goes to everyone who worked on the game. Without your contribution, no matter how big or small, there would be no game, no award. Good job, everyone.
Congratulations again. Let's talk a little bit more about the game inside the studio. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Congrats.
The original Kingdom Come Deliverance wowed RPG fans with an epic story and a stunningly detailed recreation of medieval Bohemia. Players have been eagerly awaiting a sequel, and Warhorse Studios' follow-up looks like it's building on everything that made the first one so great. People are really excited for this one.
Yeah, no, they've been waiting a long time for it. I did an interview about this earlier in the show, and it was one of those things that immediately made me just skyrocketed my list of games to play. Like, I'm really, really excited about what they showed off.
We're joined by a couple of friends from Warhorse Studios.
Finally, something aside from Monster Hunter. I know, right?
It's an
What a
honor and
twist.
privilege.
What a
I am
twist.
flabbergasted.
Hey, nice to be back again. Hello, everyone, and thank you for the prize.
Yeah. Obviously, we're just saying fans are really, really excited about this. There's a diehard audience of KCD fans out there. Is there anything you could say, just sort of, I don't know, to tease them, or anything you'd like to say to them?
You've seen nothing yet.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely, it's bigger, it's better. We took everything the guys knows. I mean, you talked about the community. Everything you know from KCD1 will be so much
Can't
more
wait
better
for
in KCD2.
journalists to
And
complain
finally,
about the
that's
lack
the
of
game we always
diversity
wanted to
when
make,
the
and we're so
say is
happy
diverse,
that
not just
it
for
has a
fucking
prize already.
runway.
Now, you've done a lot of research for this game. You have a dedicated historian on staff. I'm always fascinated by the things that people think history was like versus how they actually were. Is there anything you came across while making the game that jumped out as like, oh, I always thought it was something else, and then put the accurate version in the game?
Well, there's so many things. It's hard to pick one. In general, people have really this preconception. Middle Ages were this like dark period of superstition, death, overriding stench in drab clothing and so on. Actually, it was really kind of a merry period, very colorful clothing, with people who were really enjoying their lives.
Yeah, I mean, you say medieval, you say dark ages.
Wow,
and there's a
history
certain
thing
doom
is
and gloom
like that
comes
one
with
guy
but
asking
people,
why there's
obviously,
no
they kept living their
EGO.
lives and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful, colorful game, which I really appreciate. And again, we see artifacts, relics, and things, and typically, like, I don't know, somebody's red shirt didn't really survive hundreds and hundreds of years, even if like the swords and the rocks in the castle did. Are there any details in this the gameplay you showed off that you're particularly proud of, or you really just you want people to pay close attention to?
I think the entire city of Kuttenberg, Kutna that we now added to the game is something
As
to
help,
really
there's no
talk
performance
about,
issues with two, like
for
how
one,
one
it's
came out.
really
Yeah.
huge with hundreds of buildings, thousands
Hopefully
of
they,
NPCs. It was definitely
hopefully
the
they
biggest
smoothed
challenge
out
we had
all that.
creating that game with all the people running around doing their business. So and as Martin was saying, it was a rich city, so the wonderful buildings painted, rich people running around, having wonderful clothes showing off and so on. Not the dark, bad teeth, muddy area people know from Hollywood, right?
And it's, go ahead.
I was just going to say that this is my first time. I'm very interested in this game. I've never played the first one. So is this a pretty good time for beginners to jump in?
Well, absolutely, absolutely. We put a real lot of effort to ease everyone's entry into the game. Doesn't really matter if you play the first game or not. You are really welcome to the world of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Amazing.
No, I think a lot of people, you know, they hear history and there's this sort of, oh, that's a textbook, but you guys have you got a sense of humor. You could get in some trouble in this game. Can you tease anything, any sort of new antics that players might get into?
I mean, the two.
Oh, internet, you're so crazy.
But then again, it's full of humor, fun stuff going around, interesting quests. All of them are unique, so people can really have a wonderful adventure in a place that really existed. So I think that is really cool, and there's something for everyone, I guess, to figure out there.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, the gameplay you guys showed off is phenomenal. And I love that there's a misconception that the Middle Ages were just, everything was poopy and yucky all the time. But also they did have open sewers, so let's go dig into there and see what's going on.
Well, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, best PC game. Very great achievement. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 hits PC as well as Xbox Series and PS5 on February 11th of next year. But right now, it's break time. When we come back, the best announcement or trailer of Gamescom 24. Stick around.
That mask is gonna haunt me in my dreams.
IGN has the most thorough, easy-to-use, and high-tech maps out there, period. And by high-tech, we mean it. We've recently added features like personal notes that save to your IGN account, and anything you check off on a map is tracked in the guide as well. It's the perfect system to get to 100%. IGN maps load faster with more markers than ever and are built for your phone as your constant companion to the biggest games. So start checking off markers for the game you are playing for free at IGN Maps today.
IGN Store has it all. From clothes and collectibles to vinyl records, accessories, model kits, and action figures from the biggest and best franchises like The Legend of Zelda, Star Wars, Fallout, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. Whatever your pop culture passion, you're guaranteed to find something you love. There are new and exciting products hitting the store every week, like the Wasteland-ready Fallout Vault 33 hoodie, which pairs perfectly with the working
IGN, we give unfair reviews.
High-quality IGN store exclusives like the powerful
Careful,
spicy
that almost
Star
sounds
Wars
like
Dark
independent
Side hot
talk.
sauce by Truff. We've even got merchandise for
They
you to
don't
buy
like
while
that.
tuning into the IGN shows and podcasts you love. Or cap off a long day by relaxing to the soundtracks of your favorite video games, like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us. And the best part, you don't even need to leave the house to go there. Just head to store.ign.com and start shopping today. The IGN Store.
Well, let's go to commercial. Be right back.
Welcome back to the Gamescom Awards Show, live on IGN. Gamescom's judges have done the hard work of weighing the competition and picking the winners, and we have the fun job of handing out the awards. Now, there have been a lot of exciting announcements and trailers at Gamescom this year, but which was the fairest of them all? Seb is waiting on the wings with our nominees. Seb?
Honestly, best trailer. There's been so many great trailers this year. So we decided to not read out all the nominees, right?
No nominees. No nominees. There is one clear winner.
Yeah, it's very, very clear this year. So the best trailer winner for Gamescom 2024 here today
Of course, as soon as I have my back turned, fucking
Hunter.
He's making action.
Wilds. Unfortunately, as we already said, they cannot be with us today. They're still chopping meat. They're still chopping meat.
Busy, busy people.
Monster Hunter again. Heck, I didn't miss anything
We're
then.
gonna have a look at the wonderful trailer of Enotria, the last song.
The Hound of War chases the scent, oblivious to the Master's leash. True balance lies beyond the edge of a blade.
Enemy crab.
Do not take free will for granted. I know I did.
And if you're drinking a monster for every mention of Monster Hunter, you're gonna fucking die from kidney stones. Kick, click, stream. Odyssey shutting the bed.
1,000 words and tales worn as medals avail naught for a hero's self-proclaimed. And what of you, trespasser? Have you come to pry the stone from his boot? It matters not. Your fate is sealed by weaponed rune.
Oh, reflux can fuck off for like another hour.
This day,
oh god,
a bloodline ends.
There is so many great booths here at the show floor. Have you had time to check them all out?
I have been all around, and there are so many great booths.
It's just crazy, but we had to agree on one that is the best. And the best show floor winner 2024 here at Gamescom is Microsoft, Xbox, Bethesda, and Blizzard! Woo!
So does Microsoft.
Welcome to the stage, Maxi and Jennifer. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
How does it feel? I mean, the booth is amazing. Goes without saying, but I mean,
It's amazing. It's taken a lot of people, a lot of time, and some great game studios to bring this to the community. We're so excited. Thank you.
Come on,
Very
that's
happy
a.
for you. Let's talk a little bit more about that booth and how it came together in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Head over, head over.
Okay,
Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Microsoft promised that this year would be its biggest showing yet, and sure enough, the Xbox, Bethesda, and Blizzard booth is massive, taking up a large chunk of Hall 7 here. But it's not just big, it's also basically a game itself. Attendees earn tokens by checking out the various demos and interactive experiences, which they can exchange for prizes from gacha machines. It's practically a carnival. There's even a Warcraft ride,
Gacha
like a
at the
4D
booth?
Warcraft experience.
It's
They know
incredible.
they know their
I've
audience.
I've been covering video game conventions for 15 years now, and I've never seen anything like the Xbox booth this year.
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about the 4D ride? This is a crazy setup that we have here at Gamescom.
Welcome, we have friends from Xbox here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So I need to know, how does something like this come together? When did the first conversation start? Is it all based around all of you taking turns, pitching the craziest thing possible and saying, can we make it happen?
You know, we start talking at Gamescom this year about Gamescom next year and what
Right.
we can do. And really, it's bringing all of the different teams together, talking to all the game studios, and putting that magic all together. It takes about a good 9-10 months to deliver something as awesome as what we've got this year.
Now, you
Gacha
could have
mentioned,
just
let's
brought in
fucking
a actual-sized
go.
Doom guy, right? 6'2"
Yeah, but
or
gacha
something
at
like
a
that.
convention.
Yeah, something like that. Instead, he's like 3 or 4 times that. It's massive. He's got the new fur from the new game and stuff like that. How does something like that even go into the door, and whose house does it go to when the show's over?
Everyone wants to know that. You know, the folks at Bethesda have been working with some awesome creators and put that together just for this show. I don't know, Maxie, afterwards, they'll be taking it out to other areas, but many people already want it in their living room.
Yeah,
so.
me included. I want one.
You can take it apart. Everybody gets a different body part.
there you
Just,
go.
know, be the centerpiece. Put it on your mantle.
Yep, there you go.
So for people who are at the show, let us know, what are some of the highlights of the booth that they may want to check out?
Maxie, you tell them.
So we're ready. We're not small.
Yeah. No, we're here.
We can do
We're
it.
doing it live.
So we have over 50 titles that you can play with hands-on, and including like Doom Guy or Sea of Thieves, we have some more experience, which is 60 in total, which is quite good. I would say the highlights are the ones that coming out this holiday. So you definitely have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Starfield Shattered Space. We have from the Xbox Game Studios Age of Mythology, strategy games like Our History Untold. But the really cool thing is from the World of Warcraft team. They have built an AR experience, VR experience with MetaQuest, and you're riding on a chair with wind in your hair, and then it even rhymes. And then
40 right
and then you
crap
get
again.
to experience
Hooray.
for 4 minutes a griffin flight that attacks Dalaran, and it really feels like it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a little theme park over there. It's fantastic.
Wonderland.
Yeah. It's a wonderland.
So I want to ask, because we do have the Gamescom Goes Green initiative, and I do see some returning pieces from last year. What is it
Oh,
like
fuck your green
incorporating more
initiative
pieces
bullshit.
and reusing some of the materials you had from the last year?
I think there are some things we also reuse. I got told the vault door that we have for Fallout is, I think, even from 2018.
Oh, wow.
It's a real vault door.
Yeah. No, we really work with all of the different teams. There's so many great props. There's so many great things for a lot of broadcasts, a lot of events. The Bethesda team, especially Elder Scrolls Online, it's the 10th anniversary, so they have a lot of great things that they bring out.
Cat.
And really, while it's the Xbox booth,
Thank you for Katie. I
all
like
of the
Katie.
games that are in
It
it
is
that
good,
really
Katie.
bring the color and really bring the flavor and bring all the communities together. We hope that we're just the glue, but they're the ones
So
that really
much
bring those
so.
pieces that make it
Katie.
what it is.
Well, it is a very cool booth this year, so congratulations again.
Thank
you so much. Yay.
All right, if you're here at Gamescom and haven't checked out Xbox's booth, you're missing out. It's at the far end of the hall we're currently in, Hall 7, all the way back there. Don't go quite yet, because we still have one more award to hand out right after this quick break. Stick around.
The
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of Walter.
Oh yes, for my game conference, I'd love to see commercial for movies.
26 different films, and before you say it, no, that math does not check out. We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, like, 96. Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie lists. Bad at math, great at movies.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection to the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.
Want the ultimate IGN experience? Check out IGN Plus. Members get exclusive deals and giveaways, ad-free browsing, unlimited tracking on IGN maps, discounts at the IGN
I know they
store,
had a
and
Sony
with
PlayStation
IGN
Award, but whether Sony is there or
best of
not, I
all,
couldn't tell you.
free games. Get 30 days of IGN Plus for just $1. Head to plus.ign.com.
IGN has the most thorough, easy-to-use, and high-tech maps out there. IGN maps load faster with more markers
God, what a
than
fucking
ever
map
and are
again,
built for
Jesus
your
fucking
phone
Christ.
as your constant companion to the biggest games. So start checking off markers for the game you are playing today. Can't find that final collectible you're missing? IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free. You can even track your progress with interactive checklists so you know you reached that 100% completion. IGN has the very best, most complete, and accurate guides. Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
Don't trust that
when you search
application.
for
No,
guides.
no one should.
Welcome back to the 2024 Gamescom Award Show presented by IGN. Up next is the Heart of Gaming Award. Now, any Gamescom highlight is eligible for this special award. Not only games, add-ons, and technologies, but also people, institutions, companies, concepts, or terms. Let's check in with our friends on the stage to learn about the winner of the 2024 Gamescom Heart of Gaming Award.
Okay, another ESG award. Okay, I got that one.
It means a lot to a lot of people, and there's so many great concepts here at Gamescom, so many friends, families, communities, and ideas that bring players and entertainment fans, and I think there's one idea and one theme that is more important than ever, and that's also the winner for Heart of Gaming this year here at Gamescom 2024. And I want some noise for that winner right now because it's Games Protect Democracy. Here's Felix. Congratulations. Can you go a little bit more into detail? What does Games Protect Democracy mean?
Yes, what is your scam?
This award, and it's not for me, of course, but it's for all the developers who create fantastic games and make a change with these games for democracy in this special case. So I think at Gamescom we have seen so many creativity and so many great projects. Also institutions like the United Nations, they work with games, and I think
fuck
that's a
off.
great signal because their potential is really big to make the world bigger and to make a change. So
What
that's
is your income? Yes,
Matters
yes.
more than ever. Talk a little bit more about what it means. Games Protect Democracy in the studio with our folks in the studio. Let's
Yeah, I just want to ask him again. What do you do? What do you do? Yeah, nations, I hate the
Games
Antichrist.
Protect
Yep.
Democracy, winner of the Heart of Gaming winner, and I believe our guests will be in here in just a moment to elaborate a little bit, but I do know that I'm a big fan of democracy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's it's an important thing to protect these days. The Heart of
What are
Gaming
you,
Oh,
Award
an
is always kind of
anti-democracy?
tricky 'cause it can be
Anti-democracy?
literally anything. We don't find out until the last minute, so it's always cool to find out.
I don't know. Hopefully he sells it.
Welcome.
Hello. And
He's not going to sell it.
Welcome. Nice to be here.
Well, thank you.
No, yeah, we
Very
understand.
gracious of you.
So obviously you're a game developer working on games with this topic. So can you give a specific example of what one of these might be?
Yeah, I mean, you might have seen Hidden Codes during the opening ceremony, but I want to give a more up-to-date topic. Like, we are working on a game together with an initiative from Berlin called Kia, and it's about tolerance.
Virtue signaling the award. Yeah, we kind of
What's my
figured
own
as much.
tolerance? What do I have to tolerate? What do I don't have to tolerate? And
Tolerate.
it's basically about reflecting the world, how it is right now, and how we want it to be.
Oh my God, fuck off.
Now, why is cooperation with an institution so important?
I mean, we're at Playing History, we are the experts for games, for making games, but we don't have the expertise of the topic. So we need our cooperation partners to work together, find out what kind of mechanics work for these topics they are the experts of. And it's very crucial for us to work together as a team and respect each other's expertise.
Do you have any recommendations for other devs if they want to produce games with this topic?
Yeah, know what you're doing and know your topic. And if you don't know your topic, find people.
God damn it, I want art to be unfettered by second-hand experience filtered through the lens of progressive. I know.
Just to make sure that
I
there's
know.
nothing that's kind of irritating for those people or so.
Are there any resources that
You're fucking irritating for these
websites
people.
or any partners that you could recommend to them?
Fuck off.
Oh, that's very unspecific. If there are questions, just ask us. We're free to answer any questions. Look at
How
our
much
website,
George
History.
Soros money are you getting, you fucking cunt?
I can tell you.
Yes.
A little bit of stretch there. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe that's a question for
Iraqi
me,
went to
because,
Egypt,
I'm
got
from the
robbed, his
association, so we
experience
overlook the
influenced
whole
with
history,
Egypt, part
and
Jojo,
it's a
part
real
4.
trend we see right now, also here at Gamescom, but in our times, that so many developers want to make a change. And of course, it's the biggest entertainment product, but it's also so many developers feel the responsibility to do something because, our times are challenging for democracy, for society. So we know how big the potential, how big the changes games can make. So it's a trend that we see so many studios, and you just go on Steam, just look for democracy, you will find many examples, and I think that's the way to go. Just look what others do and put your ideas there and be creative and make a change to the world.
Very cool. One last question, Felix. How has Gamescom been this year?
Oh, fantastic. It's
Perfect.
again,
Okay.
the biggest festival of the world for the gaming culture. And that's what makes us really proud to be able to build this stage. But we couldn't do it without all these fantastic partners and with all the companies putting so much work, all the teams putting so much work into this. And of course, without the fans, I mean, just all the cosplay, everybody preparing for Gamescom, waiting for it for a month, and also remembering Gamescom opening night live, not only this, but also Gamescom Studio and everyone. Millions in the world are tuning in, and I think that's a strong signal coming out of Gamescom this year again.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, that just about wraps us up for the 2024 Gamescom Awards Show, as well as our live coverage of Gamescom this year. Thank you to the hundreds of thousands of you who tuned in
Oh,
all
thank
week
God.
long,
They end
as
on
well
a
as everyone
high
right
note.
here on the Gamescom
They
show
end
floor.
on the
If you missed any
fucking
of our
George
coverage this week,
Soros
be sure to
United
check out
Nations
IGN.com,
bullshit.
IGN's YouTube,
Oh yeah, that's how
IGN's
I want to
social media
end the
channels.
Gamescom.
Reminder that our
Yes.
next for Gamescom
That's
is
the warm
Gamescom
fuzzy
Asia,
feelings I
taking
fucking
place in
want.
Singapore, October 17th to the 20th. Tickets are on sale now. Plus, Gamescom LATAM will return to Brazil
Like
in
Christ, if people want to
2025.
make something that isn't their
Gamescom will be
wheelhouse
back
unless
here in
science
Cologne,
related, they
Germany
shouldn't get
next
consulted. They
August.
should just
Gamescom
go to
truly
these
is an
places
incredible
themselves and first-hand
worldwide
experiences.
spectacle.
Yeah.
But for now, thank you for joining us from everyone here at IGN, on camera, behind the scenes. It's been an honor bringing you Gamescom once again this year. We'll see you again in 2025.
Yeah, this is one giant wet fart. It began with a wet fart and ends on a wet fart. Fucking Christ almighty. No silk song, be right back, gonna do a flip. No Sark! If you do a flip, you'll never see Silk Song. You have to live for the Silk Song. It's the only way you're gonna get it, you have to live. Oh god, this fucking dubstep shit again. Alright, you're gonna fucking mute. Alright, that's gonna mute. Fuck that noise. I have a belt and I'm not afraid to hang myself. Oh, shit. Alright. I imagine there's gonna be other streams and shit for the rest of it. I'm gonna take a quick peek. Take a quick peek, see what else is going on. YouTube, 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 YouTube game. Alright, let's see if there's anything else going on, because I really am not in the mood for any more of that ESG shit. Apparently, a future game show is having an upcoming thing. I have no desire. Alright, Gamescom. That's just the ending screen. IGN. See what those are. You know what? Fuck. I'm taking it as a sign with my internet shitting the bed. I have absolutely no desire to watch this. I have no desire to watch this. None. Okay. Okay, with the awards show finally over, ending on the wet fart that is George Soros ESG nonsense and stuff, I'm gonna just call it here and go have lunch. So I hope everyone else has a good rest of their Friday. I will probably stream tomorrow, but it will be a general call-in chit chat. It will be a general chatting stream tomorrow. I don't want to watch any more of this game nonsense. I'd rather just be playing my games, even if it's 10-cent chink nonsense. So, for everyone, thanks for coming. Take it easy. Later.